Hello, everybody, and welcome to a first for us. We're trying something new. We are so glad to have you here going on this adventure with us. I'm Suzanne, and I'm here with my normal co-host.
Mandy, yes, me, Mandy. I'm sorry. I'm usually the one doing the tech stuff, and I'm like, oh yeah, I'm like watching the video. Oh wait,
it's so relaxing. And our ace in the pocket, so to speak, is our special guest and good friend down there. Say hi.
Hi, I'm Ashley.
And we are your driving team behind a live play of Exit Theft on the Mississippi. Now, for those of you who have never played an exit game before, you're in for a treat. For those of you who have played, spoilers. We are going to play this live with you right now. We are counting on you to help us problem solve and puzzle solve throughout this game. This is one of those escape room games where there is piece destruction potentially, so that's exciting. And the way that this is going to work is, for the first time, I am running the tech side of it, so if anything goes wrong, blame me. Mandy is going to be our wonderful game operator, and Ashley is going to be managing the chat with you and also has the game operating. And in case we have to pull up anything with detail, Ashley will help you see the detail on cards and pieces like that. Now, this is a brand new thing we're doing. It could go really well. One of the challenges with escape room games like Exit or Unlock is that a lot of times it depends on you seeing detail, and we know that that might be a challenge, but we're doing our best to set it up for you. And hey, we just hope we have fun on this Friday together, apparently solving a theft on the Mississippi. So my copy, I gotta unseal it, my copy's still in shrink. So
still in the shrink.
While you do that, would you like me to read the flavor text? Set the scene.
Set the scene. Thank you, Ashley.
All right. Welcome aboard the River Queen. As a team of investigators, you are traveling the Mississippi on a paddle-wheeled steamboat in 1872. You are enjoying the quiet trip to New Orleans on your way to solve a case there. But then one morning, the captain calls you to his cabin. A crime has been committed right here on board. A successful businessman was carrying documents of inestimable value, and they have now disappeared. It's time for you to get involved. Can you track down the perpetrator and recover the lost documents? Only by working together as a team can you succeed. Dun, dun, dun.
Dun, dun, dun. Now, this is not spoilers yet, but yes, again, spoiler. Understand if you cannot join us on this journey because you're going to play it later on your own. No problem deal. But, look at this cover. Now, anybody who's played an exit game before, come on. There's a big time. Right? There's a clock on this steamboat.
At the wheel. Also, did you notice the big yellow line in the middle? What is that?
Oh, I thought it was just lens flare. Good.
No, nothing that the brands do is just flavor by accident. No, for sure we're gonna.
All right, folks. Last chance to bail. If you don't want spoilers, we've tried to tag this properly, so you know what you're getting into. Chime in on the chat if you see something or you want us to take a closer look, and if we get stuck, please help us along the way. Alrighty, here we are. The River Queen
Reading
book.
the chat, it's making me laugh already. Someone stole the Constitution?
Where has that plot been done before? So we have the game up, and when you open the box, a lot of times, right, there's just components that they tell you to set up. So we've done that setup for us. So this is all set up properly. We don't have every component on display yet, and that's okay because this is kind of how it is. But look at this room. What?
We also have access to the complete logbook. So some exit games, you have to do it sort of sequentially, but we can look through and rummage through the logbook as we wish.
Yes. So I'm managing the game, so please let me know if there's anything you can't see, or we can do a little zoom action or something. But like we said, Ashley and Suzanne can put things close up for you to see as well.
Great.
So, yes. So if you're familiar with exit games, normally you've got locked boxes and doors that you need to unlock. For this one, we're actually going to be questioning different suspects, and they are going to make us solve a riddle before they tell us where they were when the crime happened. So you might notice that on the cards, you'll see the symbols that normally are associated with boxes and doors and things. Mandy, would you like me to read the entry in the logbook? There's a nice little captain's log.
Sure, why not? Go ahead.
Okay. You can open the logbook if you'd like to follow along. There's a riddle card there. Captain Luke Branding, June 14th, 1872. This morning, the passenger and Belgian businessman George Nagelmakers got in touch with me. Yesterday evening around 10 p.m., he said papers were stolen from him while he was in the smoking saloon. Salon? Whatever. It's definitely not a saloon. I misread that. Smoking. I want to say it in French. Salon. These papers were claimed to be of the greatest importance for the future development of his business. He thinks the perpetrator must have been sitting behind him and stolen the papers out of his briefcase, which had been placed on the ground. He declined to reveal anything about the content of the documents. Nevertheless, he threatened to ruin the reputation of our shipping company if the papers are not recovered before we reach New Orleans. His good relations with the press leave no doubt in my mind that he would indeed make good on his threat. Fortunately, we happen to have a team of private investigators on board. I have requested their assistance and hope that they can arrest the perpetrator before we arrive. Meanwhile, the staff have been able to discover that at the time of the crime, there were 8 other passengers in the main hall. All 8 have been called for questioning by the investigators. 4 have already arrived and are ready to let the investigating team begin their work. I very much hope that they will quickly succeed in solving the case.
Okay, so the cards that we have with the little people are the first 4 passengers that we have access to.
Suzanne, do you want me to show them to everybody?
Sure.
So we've got Charlie Ray.
Yeah, that's right. Perfect. Yeah.
Ann Maybrook, the novelist. Charlie Ray was a pianist. Can you see? Sorry.
Yeah, you just gotta give it a second. Yeah.
Okay. So this is the puzzle symbol that I was talking about. This is Dr. No, the physician. And that shape right here, normally that's found on like objects. Now it's found on people.
All right.
And then we have Matt Kinsley, the industrialist. And so these cards are double-sided. And at the bottom, once we sort of solve their riddle, then we get to flip the card over and they tell us things. But I have not looked at the side because I don't want to cheat.
Of course not. All right. So now we see this big salon. And then that map, right? It's like a grid, and that's the river.
Yep.
What are the icons around the river? Yeah.
Shovels.
So you gotta put that up nice and
Shovels.
close.
Okay.
But Mandy, if you go to the page 2, there's actually a riddle card that we can take.
Right.
Because whenever you see a riddle card, if you haven't played an exit before, whenever you see a red icon like that Mandy's showing, we can actually take that from the
pull the
stack
O,
of
pull
riddle
the
cards.
O. Let's dig out the O.
All right, I'm searching through this pile of cards here.
Let me know if you want me to show it in closer view.
Let's see what it is.
All right. So I have it. Yeah, so there it is. But if Ashley
Okay, so let's
wants to
zoom
put it up
in.
as well.
Ashley, why don't you show it? And then if people want to look at it, grab a screen cap.
Yeah, there you go. And hold it right there, Ashley. That's perfect.
All right.
And it's the star. It's that star puzzle that matches Dr.
Dr.
No.
No.
That's right, my girl, Dr. No. First up.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Do we see anything else on this map in this room, like any other cards, right? Because sometimes you'll find other cards. It doesn't look like it. But there's interesting that above the little white-haired person on the left, there's a drink menu in different colors.
Mm-hmm.
The books behind the bar have letters on them, on those spines,
Right.
which is good to know.
There are wine bottles everywhere pointing in different directions with different colored labels, which I feel like could lead to something.
Indeedy do. And there's a piece of paper on the piano bench, which I don't think we're going to necessarily... I think that'll probably come out as a card later.
There is in the logbook some sheet music.
Okay. So, Ashley, what does... Or Mandy, what does this card O show? Can you put that on screen, Mandy?
Yeah. Oh, there we go.
Okay, so those are the shovels in the dig. Is that a river on the big map? Like, what does that line of river associate with a line on the river map?
Let's take a look here. Now, do we need this right now? Because I can move this off screen temporarily while we look at the map.
We don't necessarily know.
Yeah. You can
Okay.
just put
The
map
only
over
thing,
it.
the thing
Yeah.
that is going to be reused is going to be that big map. That's one of the few components that's going to be reused for multiple riddles. They've explicitly said that in the rulebook.
Ashley, could you read did you read Dr. No's card to us?
I did not. Would you like me
Why don't
to?
we read Dr. No's card since
Okay.
Dr. No seems to be the star puzzle.
Sounds good. Where was I at the time of the crime? I'm not going to do voices. They're all going to sound like us.
Okay.
Where was I at the time of the crime? Well, at the bar. Where else? That's where I sit every evening from beginning to end, because that's where you can get an overview of the entire hall. But before I go any further, it would be nice if you could tell me how much longer it's going to take to get to New Orleans. I've been invited to a medical conference there and really have to prepare my talk.
Okay. Well, the card has like durations, right? By shovels or something like that?
Yeah, it's got like also by the number of waves. Like 1 wave is 20 hours, 2 waves is 15, 3 is 10.
Okay. Yep. You got real quiet though all of a sudden.
I'm going to turn that up there. Sorry. Okay, go ahead.
Okay, so.
Oh, I think I understand the card. Do you want me to show you?
Sure.
Closer? So it looks like it's saying, oh, now I can't see it for myself. Hold on. It looks like it's saying like water line plus rock.
Mhm.
And then in between the other rock is 10 hours. So 1 water line plus a rock plus another rock equals 10 hours. So if we like measured it in like chunks, you think that would work?
So.
Okay. Oh.
Okay. So what are we doing?
So we are currently in St. Louis. No, we have left St. Louis and we are where the boat
We're looking
is.
at the card,
So we are
Mandy.
with.
Sorry?
We're looking at the card.
Oh, okay.
There's a ferry.
Yeah,
there.
I see it here, St. Louis.
Right.
Yeah,
So we're
it's here.
in St. Louis, and then it wants to get. She wants to know. Dr. No wants to know how long we have until we get to New Orleans, right? Nolans.
Lens. Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
So between 2 rocks with 2 lines is 15 hours.
Yes.
So that's our leg.
So between St. Louis and the next St. Louis and the next line is 15 hours. Is that what that's saying? That first little like quarter-inch gap?
That's what we think.
Okay.
Is what this is saying. But we're not in St. Louis, right? Are we not where the boat is?
Oh, you're
Yeah,
right.
the boat
We're where
looks
the
like it's
boat is.
pointing
Duh.
after. Yeah.
And we're going to. She wants to know how long to go to New Orleans, not St. Louis, right?
Yeah. How much longer it's going to take to get to New Orleans?
Oh, Lord.
Okay.
45.
So
55.
So 3 is 10.
75. I'm just counting lines. 85. 85, 90, 100, 110. I have 120.
we probably want a 3-digit number, right? So that makes sense. I'm also doing some math. I think Mandy is too. 2,
Yeah.
4, 6, 8, 10.
And so from where she is to
I have
New Orleans,
130.
I may have mathed wrong in my head because that happens. Well, okay, but I counted.
It depends if we're counting where we actually are or not.
I think
Right.
we're counting from where we are.
That's because what does the clue say? What's the exact thing? From St. Louis to New Orleans, or from where they are?
She is saying, I will reread her sentence to you.
Okay.
Where is it? Before I go any further, it would be nice if you could tell me how much longer it's going to take to get to New Orleans.
Okay, got it.
And the thing is that the boat is in between two
So our
lines.
So we would have 15, so that it's 7.5. Well, we probably wouldn't have 7.5 hours.
I don't know. Ashley, you want to put the card up so the chat can see it again?
Sure.
It does look like it's splitting it. And if that's the case, I got like 132.5.
You're welcome. Well, there's no harm in us trying. Like, so we have
Except
three
that
three-digit numbers.
we get a against us.
No, we don't. We get a metaphorical error, but nothing happens. We don't lose any time. We don't get any sort of dock on our score.
Okay.
And chat, like if you know things, like throw it in there.
Yeah, throw it in there. So Mandy, do you want to be in charge of?
So,
like, do you want to do
Mandy, grab the
wheelie
wheel.
thing?
Yep.
And by wheelie thing, I mean the decoder disc is what its actual name is.
This is what actually is talking about. Okay, here we go.
So are we saying 130 or 120? What are we saying?
So first, let me get to the shape because that's what's on the card. Mm-hmm. Okay. And what are we doing? I got. Oh yeah, no, my number makes sense.
So someone is saying that it's weird that more lines equals fewer hours, and I would agree. I did notice that, and I do think that is strange.
Faster current. That's a good.
Like that. There you go.
That totally makes sense. So does that mean it's that amount?
It doesn't change our calculations necessarily.
No.
But what they're saying is iconographically. That would make sense. So Mandy, what have you put in on our decoder?
Nothing. I need to know. What do you want me to put in?
Oh, just do 120. We'll start with that because Sue's got there first.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. My number was.
She matched first.
Okay, so it's saying 120 starting from 1 to 0.
Okay, and under the star symbol. Yeah, I can grab the.
No. I think the 1 would be under the star.
Okay, that's
I think you go typically from the outside in for those.
Okay, so I make sure.
Is that what you did, Mandy?
No.
Oh, okay.
No, that's why I said let me double check first.
That's not what he is.
There you go. Okay, so now we've got a different card. So
now you have to pull 15.
15. All right.
But actually, Mandy, why don't I grab it just so I can show people what the cards look like for the first time, and then
I was going to read it, but yeah, no, go ahead.
Well, there's nothing to read yet.
Because it's so this is how the exit game works.
But it's a possible correct. Go ahead, Susan.
Right. So for those watching, it's fairly clear that I don't play a lot of exit games. I've played probably about 4 or 5. So I think Ashley and Suzanne are a bit more seasoned with that.
And thanks for showing it.
You're welcome. We don't need 15 on this. This is card 15. I'm showing. Yeah. Yeah, so if you could read the number to me, because I can't quite see it. 29, okay. Mandy, would you like to do the honors? So now we will know, everybody, if we actually got it right, and then it'll tell us how to proceed, or if we got it wrong, in which case Mandy will make a big noise.
So where am I going?
29.
Answer card 29.
Oh, I did math wrong.
Oh, okay. So
I didn't notice the second rock.
29.
So in that curve.
Oh, I see it.
In that second leg, I did not notice that second rock.
But should we just look at 29 anyway to see, and then we can show people what mistakes
we can complete it. But I think it's
it's
wrong now.
It's okay. You're allowed to be wrong.
I feel so
no, you're not. Don't listen to them. You're not. Okay, 29. Well, look at that.
Sounds
perfectly deduced.
Okay,
right. So I will read it.
Yeah.
It's time to inform Dr. No about the results. Turn the Dr. No suspect card to its yellow side and read what's written there.
Woohoo!
Take riddle card J, as in Jack, from the stack, and this strange item from the box, and look at them. Okay,
Can you show me what this? Yeah, cool. Is that the black boat, the white one, or the red one?
That
boat, the paddle steamer.
It's the lighter one. It's the looks kind of gray with black at the bottom.
Okay.
Let me just make sure because I know there are 2 on here. Yeah, no, it's this one. It's the one that's on the same card as the other. Yeah.
Thank you. And I will show everybody what Dr. No looks like and hold it there for a minute, and then I will read it. All right, let's see where Dr. No says she was. That much time left? That's excellent. That sounds like a long time. I don't know that I would be excited for that. But anyway, that much time left. That's excellent. I'll be able to take care of everything and even have time for a drink. You're asking whether I can tell you anything more about how the evening went? Not much, but it may interest you to know that at the time of the crime, there were 3 people in the smoking lounge. Mr. Nagelmakers was one of the 3, and he was holding a very lively conversation with one of the other 2.
Okay, so we don't have Mr. do we have Mr. Nagelmakers?
Mr. Nagelmakers has died.
Oh.
And so you'll...
I forgot that. How could I forget a name like Mr. Nagelmakers?
Yeah, that's quite the
And
name.
I believe he's the gent standing. Well, that can't be right, because he's dead.
Because he's... Wow.
But he did die in the salon, right? Where's my logbook?
Okay.
Yeah, I need my little notes here.
He says...
This is like one of those SAT questions where it's like...
So we have
your
a
mom
suggestion
and your
from Mindy.
brother are sitting together, but then your uncle and your aunt are sitting apart, and your aunt is sitting to the left of your brother, but your father's sitting between, like, that's what this is going to be, right? With all these little cardboard busts and all these seats around the salon.
But that's why we have them, as
Yes.
Mindy Urkel points
I
out.
was just about to say that,
sorry,
yep.
I mispronounced that. That now we can place them where we think they are in the lounge, and then decide whether or not we think they're lying.
Okay.
So, yeah, I have Dr. No on the ready.
So I'm just going to reread what Mr. Nagelmeyer thinks. His papers were stolen. He thinks that the person sitting behind him stole the papers out of his briefcase, which was placed on the ground.
Which is by the little coffee table, right? That brown bag in the smoking salon?
Yeah,
Okay.
looks like the perpetrator
Okay.
is whoever is seated there is bad news. So did we put Dr. No at the bar?
Not yet. So I have Dr. No here. Are we going to put Dr. No at the bar?
Yes, and she doesn't specify which seat. And at this point, I don't
we'll go
know
there for
that's
now.
much. Okay.
I do have the boat and the riddle card
Great.
at
So
the
let's
ready.
show
perfect.
Jay.
Yep, I've got it.
Okay, and Ashley has it up on her screen. So, stay afloat.
Yeah. Further?
No. Yeah, I could pull it up here too. Stay afloat, lighten your load, throw all the capital letters overboard. So I'll put it up here. Hopefully you can. I know it's.
And this is Ann Maybrook, the novelist. Would you like
stay
me?
afloat is in capital letters, just in case anyone's didn't catch that.
Okay, so then what happens if we take... So stay afloat is all in capitals. So what if we take STAYFLO and all out of the sentences below the card? What do we get left with?
Oh, I love that idea.
Thank you.
Okay, I'll work on that if you want. Mandy, would you like to read Ann Maybrook's card while I do some elimination?
I shall do so. So here we go. So just to give everyone what it looks like. Might be a little close there.
Oh, that's good right there, yeah.
Oh, sorry. Were you able to see it?
Yeah.
Okay. So Ann Maybrook, novelist. How my evening went? Outstanding. Inspiring. My current work will only profit from the criminal events on board. Speaking of work, I'm working on a novel about the mysteries of the dramatic. Mississippi paddle wheelers of 1870. You know, there's a mysterious picture of it hanging in the ladies' salon. Maybe you can tell me what it's about. In return, I'll tell you what happened after I had my drink at the bar. I'll pop that up again so everyone can see. So are we going to place her at the bar?
We can put her there for now, and then we can see if after we solve this little riddle, if she changes her tune.
Her tune, yeah, exactly.
Oh, you're welcome to flip through the logbook while I do this if you want, so there's not any dead air.
Well, I'm doing it too.
Yeah, so let's show everybody what's on the next, because we can go through the pages, right?
Yeah, we're allowed to look through all of that.
So that everyone can kind of get an idea of what's there.
I have something very interesting, Susan. I don't know what you got.
I got
Ighin Urud.
And then there's this in the book. So what are you all decoding? Sorry, I was doing something else.
So we're looking at Anime's card, right? Which said, stay afloat, And then it said, lighten your load, throw away all the capital letters. And stay afloat is written in capital letters.
What do you think the arrow means, though? I'm curious about that. Like,
I
do you
don't
think
know.
it just means to go back to that?
I don't know.
No, I know. We're just talking it out.
Well, it says throw all the capital letters overboard. So this whole sentence has no capital letters, right? Not at the.
But stay afloat is all in.
But all in caps, right?
Is there a boat somewhere? Is there like? Oh, hold on.
Oh,
There's a. Oh no, those are all.
Isn't there a
letters.
boat on that special tool that we just got?
There is, but I went. So here's what I do. Go ahead, Megan. It has a little hole. You're right.
So see.
Um.
And stay afloat. There's an arrow pointing down from the boat. Just keep that in mind. And you have to stay afloat. So maybe it's things above the arrow. Okay, so I'm talking.
Here's my thinking of this one. There are 3 of these little boat things. So I would think that we would be using them together in combination.
Yeah.
Closer to the end. But I could be wrong. But what I was going to say is, so what I like to do before I play an exit is like inspect everything and look for the differences. Right. And I noticed that on the back of the box, Suze, I'll show everybody. On the back, and you and Mandi as well, on the back of the box, you'll notice there's these weird little like water things. There's a dark one, there's another dark one here, and then there's like a pink one. So it looks to me like maybe those boats will have something to do with this.
Right. That's a possibility.
Can you show the booklet pages again? Is asking.
Okay, so that was the first one we saw. Just hold it up for a little bit. Okay, as if anyone needs a screenshot.
Mm-hmm.
Then we'll do the next one. If it's too close, let me know.
Okay, and that has a note. Note to crew. Cabin occupancy is in alphabetical order by first name. Good to know.
Okay, so can I switch? Okay, and here's the last.
That's a boat. Hello.
Whoa.
That's a boat.
Is it saying? Oh, I thought it said Old Man River, and it says
Young Man River with a triangle with a code symbol as a V. How clever.
And Charlie is the pianist. Pagoi Nolke. A fog rests often. From bottom to top.
Your load.
From bottom to top is definitely a clue, right?
Yeah.
Overboard. Huh. Interesting.
We could look at we don't necessarily need to solve Ann Maybrook. Right. We might not know.
We could look at somebody else for
enough.
Sure.
We could look at Charlie since we've got the music. And what I think is probably asking us to name the notes that are unidentified. And if everyone remembers Every Good Boy Deserves Fudge,
yep,
then we could do that.
Well, depending on which one we're using, the treble clefs or the the little other symbol there. That's the whole.
And anyway. ZB6982 is saying that a fog rests often is all in capital letters, as is star faded. So we could mess with that a little bit.
That's good. Oh dear.
Okay, I'll take it out of a fog rests option.
Okay, let's see. I'm poking through here.
Oh, I have. Yeah, that is it.
Hey,
it spells green.
Ah, thank you, Amanda Panda. Trouble versus base. Thank you.
Oh, wait. I think Ashley just solved it.
Okay,
well, I only solved part.
But I think conceptually that works, right?
Yeah. So, and then from bottom to top. So there should be 3 things that. Oh, Pagoi Novke. So we're looking for.
Maybe could you put the fog rest boat and put the stay afloat card up together on the screen, please.
Yeah, so I think that it's a fog rest often, and then Pagoi Nolke, whatever color we get from that, and then whatever we get from star faded. Nice.
See all of that.
Good call, ZB6982. Okay, so
we're just literally taking stay afloat, STAYF L,
I got it.
and O out of the capital letters on the boat picture. And a fog rests often. If you take...
No, not of the capital letters. You're taking the capital letters from Ann Maybrook and removing them from any letters on that
That's
picture.
what I'm saying.
And you get...
That's what I'm saying.
Okay,
yeah,
sorry.
yeah, sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You get 3 different colors. I've got it already.
Okay, so I did put that up there, so hopefully people got a good look at that.
Yep.
Mandy, do you want me to give them to you from bottom to top?
Give me the storybook now.
So our decoder disc is both number and color coordinated. So I have 3 colors.
All right, and this is going to be under...
Okay, but is from bottom to top, does that mean the bottom one
Green.
goes on the outer ring or the inner ring?
Yeah. I would think that the bottom one would be first in order, and on the other, I would think.
So we're solving the L-shaped puzzle. Is that what this is?
Yeah.
So this one.
Yes.
Okay.
So
And
the
we're working
bottom
outside in.
Yeah.
Okay.
So green.
Which is 1.
Oh, now I'm worried about what I. Oh no, that's an S. Pink is the next one. Okay, so I'm gonna be honest. I solved one of them and then just looked at the others and eliminated with my head what the color combinations could be.
Yes.
Yeah,
Okay.
and then I thought there was a G, and I was like, "Uh-oh, pig isn't a color."
Pig.
So we've got green, pink,
Okay. Mm-hmm.
and then red.
So 150, which gives us this, which is 11. Yep. So
Do you want me to take it, Mandy, or do you want to?
I mean, I'm pulling at the same time, but you can pull it too.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. I talk to myself in these games, so I'm trying not to do it on screen.
That's why.
No, talk, because you
Who cares?
get ideas from talking to yourself.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
I know.
Ashley, did you pull it?
Oh, I didn't show everybody now, and I'm just gonna hide my face. So it's a possibly correct.
The
It
code
looks like
may be
you've
right.
got
Where
20
can you see the code symbol?
Yeah.
Okay,
So 21, is that right?
21. Yeah.
Okay.
So when you're done, this goes back in.
So then we're gonna pull
Hooray!
card 21.
I'll let
Okay.
Mandy.
What do we get? What do we get?
Yay!
All right, here we go. Hold on. All right, 21. You have revealed the secret of the
Woohoo,
painting.
we're amazing.
Yes, that will make Mrs. Maybrook happy. Turn the Ann Maybrook suspect card to its yellow side. Let's do that.
Ashley, you want to show that off?
Yeah,
Yep.
I'll flip that. And then read what's written there. And then we take riddle card M from the stack. And then we take this strange item from the box. So I'll show everybody
Thanks.
this card that I've been reading. So everyone can see what we need to
turn the
pull out.
Okay, so we showed Ann Maybrook and read what's and now take riddle card M and this
And then
strange item.
So I can read M while Mandy.
Do you want to
some
show
of that
M
stuff.
real quick?
Sorry, I won't read M. I'm going to read Ann May first.
Oh,
and
yes,
then I'll
thank you.
read
Got it.
I'm pulling it now.
Outstanding that you were able. Sorry, I'll reread that because there was no punctuation. Outstanding that you were able to solve the riddle about the mysterious painting. Now I can finally continue with my writing. Oh, right. I still owe you another answer. At the time of the crime, I was sitting in the lounge having a conversation with an extremely charming gentleman. With whom you'd like to know? If I may point out, that is not the kind of thing to ask a lady. No sooner would I tell you than the tabloids would be spreading it all over the place. No, thank you.
Okay.
I can, however, tell you that Dorothy was deep in conversation with the barkeeper at the time of the crime.
Okay, so Anna May goes in the lounge.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's do that.
Ann May goes. So she said she was at the bar and now she's in the lounge talking.
And
And
Ann
she said
May
she was
is
talking
with the
to
hat.
a gentleman,
Thank you. And she's in the lounge.
which we don't know yet. And she says that Dorothy was at the bar.
Who's Dorothy?
We don't know
Yeah.
who Dorothy
Oh,
don't know who
okay.
Dorothy is.
Remember,
Dorothy is
chat,
one
help
of
us
the four that
remember,
have shown up.
Dorothy, when we find Dorothy, she's going to the bar.
Yeah. And Dorothy was apparently if we find a gentleman, they were in the lounge too, talking to Anime, a charming gentleman. So if we get any rude people who say they were in the lounge.
All right,
Well, that's
so
somebody
now,
lying.
Mandy, why don't you toss, so we have a new boat with another hole.
Yep, so I put
I
that
bet we're done
over
with
here,
that.
and that actually helps us identify them because the holes are on different
Right.
sides.
And then go ahead and toss the card M out there, please. Right? We want to show M.
All right. So, yeah, just needs to pull it back, I think, a little
There's
bit.
some writing, so if you want to.
It's a little blurred. Yeah, I'll read it. Okay, so turn the bottom upside down and many rivers around.
Is it working?
I put it up for a while. Yep.
Okay. Place a fold along the ships with matching colors. Do not slip onto their, I don't know how to say, fibers. They are set and follow the schedule step by step. Oh, sorry, it's rivers.
Mandy, that's rivers.
You know, it looks like it's like fiber. I'm like, I don't know this word. Rivers, I will hold it up. Don't forget the coal on the shore, and soon you'll master one code more. I'll just hold it up.
For defense, it's like some fancy calligraphy.
I can't read it. It's awful. And then I have a little bit of an echo, so it sounds really weird to me anyway.
Upside down and just come around. So do you think that has to do with our boat and our logbook? This thing?
Turn the bottom upside down and many rivers come around.
Okay. Let's open that up.
Yeah, open the...
The interesting thing is we don't have a symbol relating these to anything. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like there's no...
Right. Turn the river upside down. Mind if you turn White River upside down, it technically is upside down because the writing's upside down. But
And do we have a schedule yet? We don't have a boat schedule yet either, right?
Yeah, it may be a partial thing, right?
So that's me kind of turning it, but I don't know if that's necessarily.
Well, should we look at the other... we also didn't get a new puzzle symbol, and we have 2 more characters out with puzzle symbols on them. So why don't we take a look at the 2 remaining cards that we have out and try to tackle one of those?
Should we do the pianist simply because we have the sheet music and we can try working with that?
Bring it, sister.
Okay, so I will read Charlie Ray. And I will note that in Charlie's little pocket, he has 3 differently colored, I'll show everybody, 3 differently colored, whatever those are called, handkerchiefs.
I think it's an ascot, isn't it?
No, an ascot goes around your neck.
Pocket. That's it, pocket squares.
Okay, Charlie Ray. I was sitting at the piano the whole evening, and I really do have to get my back to... let's rewind. I was sitting at the piano the whole evening, and I really do have to get back to it now. Young Man River is on the program, and all my notes have gotten mixed up in all of this confusion. Dr. No really wants to hear that song. Maybe you can give me a hand restoring order to the lines of notes. So in that we do have. So
that's a pretty obvious nudge to go look at the book, Mandy, and opening it up to Young Man River on the back.
Oh, do you think we have to cut it? Oh, Mandy
there's some cut lines.
Sorry, everybody. Those look like cut lines to me. What do y'all think?
Yeah, they do. Mandy, did you bring scissors?
I sure did.
All right.
I come prepared.
I like it. I like it a lot.
So I'm just cutting down the line here. Make sure before I cut.
So remember, if you look too, like on the salon picture, there's that photo of, not photo, but there's a crumpled up music next to it, and it looks like you would have to put strips of music out. So yeah, I think you cut along the dotted lines.
Okay, so I'm going to cut here so everybody can see.
Yep.
Okay.
We're cutting music.
And we might have to match the notes, and then we'll have like 3 treble clefs exposed.
Treble clefs.
I don't know, right? Because if you look at the Young Man River,
you're right.
All the notes have like there's colors next to them.
But there are other cut lines there. Do you see?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I think you're doing the right thing by cutting.
So do you want me to keep cutting?
Yeah, I think we have to strip them all down.
All right, well, you all keep going. I'm going to get scissor happy.
So, Mandy's cutting out all that. Ashley, why don't you read the other character?
I will just help. Somebody in the chat, Sklips, has noted that there's a triangle instead of the V. And what I think we've determined is that probably has to do with Charlie, who has the triangle associated with him. But yeah, I can read Matt Kinsley, industrialist. I'm pleased that you want to know what I was doing at the time of the crime. But before I tell you that, I first have to take care of some business. I've ordered several tons of coal to be sent to my steel factory in New Orleans. I hope I ordered enough. 3 fully loaded ships in all, you know? If you help me to check the orders, then we can have a chat. I don't think we have any coal orders.
Not yet. Not
But
yet.
here's something very
Although
interesting.
I'm checking the logbook. We have...
there's a Daily Telegraph about Charlie Ray. You see that?
Oh, that is true.
I can show everybody.
Yeah, go.
You
No,
got it?
no.
I can show everybody. While Mandy does some cutting. And it looks like there's those symbols where we might have to put stuff in. But we may get like a hint as to what Charlie Ray is doing, whether he's a kind man or a liar.
How dare you besmirch the fine name of Charlie Ray?
Do you want me to read it?
I mean, do you think that Sure.
I don't know if the words are... I found that when we played Dead Man on the Orient Express, it had a similar like whodunit, and we did have to read some of the text to get background details, but it could be nothing.
Yeah. I will say, oh my gosh, if you are a fan of exit games and you have not played the Orient Express, what's funny is Tom Vassell and Mandy and I were talking about exit games, and Tom said he really did not enjoy the Murder on the Orient Express. And I loved that one. Okay, yeah, it sounds like all three of us are in agreement.
Yeah.
I love the Murder on the Orient Express one. So
all of it
goes to show
that
different strokes, different folks.
Yes.
Exactly. So I cut everything out.
Okay, so why don't we? I think we get rid of the boat picture and the little tiny boat special objects, so we can clear a little room there if you want to lay the music strips out in that zone.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, let me just clear a room over here for this stuff. And let's do that. Take these away. Now, if we need to...
I know nothing about music, but I'm going to assume...
I do.
I know some.
Okay.
Me too.
Which is funny because I should know about music because I started taking piano lessons when I was 3, but alas.
What were you going to say? Those we should assume or can assume?
Well, like, I've always, in the past, I said it's not, you don't want to have to pull in outside knowledge into the game, right? The game should provide all the information that you need.
Sure.
And if you absorb it as such or not, that's on you. But I have played a couple of these games where the answer to the puzzles relied on somebody knowing outside information that may seem basic, like, a foreign language alphabet or something.
Sure.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you can't, and if you didn't have that information within the group that was playing, it was a really hard puzzle to solve, and I was low. So I say, like, we shouldn't need music knowledge to be able to solve this, but then I have had experiences where we did need it, so.
Okay, so the last one has nothing on it, but I just threw it there. Okay.
So, okay, first of all, there's, like, very clearly red, blue, and green strips. I don't know what that...
Matching Charlie has pocket squares. And
Charlie does have colored pocket squares.
I think it's the order. So we would do red first, and then green, and then blue.
And then Mindy has something in the chat here. The symbol next to the clef has high, medium, low dots for each color clef. Okay.
Oh, look at that. It does.
Mm-hmm.
So probably that, like, that red strip, the third one that you have down goes to the top.
Okay.
Right? Above that one. And then the other red strip goes at the bottom of the 2 red strips. So switch that blue. Nope, leave that second red one.
No, I'm taking the blue.
And there you go. Right? Because then it's the top dot, the middle dot.
Oh, it's making numbers. It's a 2. It's a 2. Look at the way the music...
Yes!
2.
So do that with the other ones, Mandy. Do the blue. So the blue one...
It's down.
What's the color order in his pocket squares again?
Green is next.
Okay.
It's green, red and then green.
So get rid of all the blue strips. Just take them out so they don't confuse you.
Sorry, they're paper, so it's... Ooh,
okay, that's fine.
tricky.
Now flop that green with the one below it. Because see, Mandy, we're looking at the dots on the far left.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
There you go.
But you tell me.
Slide that one up. Yep. Slide that one up. Slide the other one up. It's a 5.
Yeah.
All right, and then let's put the blue ones out.
So that one's the middle one, Mandy, that you just put. Yeah.
Yep, and that one's the bottom one.
No, and the top one is in the bottom. Yeah, you got it.
And then this one
In the middle.
Middle, yeah.
Thanks, Kabuki Kid, for joining, even just for a
Yes.
short while. I'm so excited. What number? 3?
That looks
7,
like a
8?
3. That one's a little weird, but it looks like a 3 to me.
That does not
Mandy, what do you see as
not a
that?
3.
It does do the like poop, the pop.
The
in.
what?
Oh, well, maybe. It just gets a bit weird down here.
Well, we can try again. There's no harm in us trying it.
It looks
and
like a
just
3 to
getting
me.
it.
I'm gonna say 253.
I think so too.
All right, so
It's interesting. This is one of the few games where like playing remotely and having a very like high overview of it actually works.
Yeah, see, for me, and can I tell you, me sitting close to it,
you're not
I
seeing
don't
it,
see what you're seeing.
right?
Let me know when you want me to pull a card.
Yep. So what am I doing now?
Okay, so we're solving
so-
the triangle on the
Yep.
disc, and we're putting 2, 5, 3.
Outside
Yep.
in? Okay, so let's just show that to make sure that's the
Yep.
correct symbol. Perfect. And it's showing me 7.
7.
And 7 is a possibly correct. I'll just show everybody if you want to see.
Mhm. Yep.
Sorry, so I think it's number 2, right, Suze?
Yes, it's 2.
Okay.
I have the code.
Okay, Mandy, you can go ahead.
Yeah, you all focus on solving. I'll worry about all this. All right. Well, because I'm not seeing as much as you are, so it makes it difficult. Okay, very good. Mr. Ray can finally play as Young Man River. Turn the Charlie Ray suspect card to its yellow side and read what's written there.
Woo, we did it.
Flip it over. And then it says, let me just do this here. Take riddle card D as in Delta from the stack and this strange item from the box and examine the items.
Okay, so
I
we
will
have
be-
another boat item.
Yes, and I think that's the last one I
That
got.
is the last boat. Yeah.
Okay.
I will read Charlie Ray, so we can have an idea of where they say they
Mandy,
were.
could you hold
Thank you.
the Charlie Ray card up to the camera on the yellow side just a little bit?
Yep.
Okay, go for it, Ashley.
Okay. Thank you very much for helping me. The physician was excited. This is what occurred to me. At the time of the crime, I had taken a break from the piano. I went to the bar for a drink. From my seat at the bar, I was able to see Mr. Nagelmakers holding a conversation with a gentleman. No, the gentleman was not wearing a bow tie. Is that important?
Okay.
No bow tie.
Are you ready? Yeah, I just realized I hadn't been writing that down. Okay, so wait. So are we saying Charlie was at the bar with Dr. No?
So Charlie is saying that they took a break from the piano at the time of the murder and were at the bar. And from their seat, they could see that Nagelmakers was having a conversation with a gentleman, which also the captain says in their log. But the gentleman didn't have a bow tie. And so far, the 2 gentlemen that we have do have bow ties. I can show on the screen if you'd like. We've got, oh, he's on his yellow side. But Kinsley and Charlie Ray have bow ties. That's not to say that this is necessarily the truth, but this is what we're working with.
Okay, that's riddle
Nice
card
work.
D.
Nice work, team.
So yeah, so it's showing that Charlie Ray, Mandy, if you'd like to take little Charlie Ray,
Yes.
and put them at the bar, which is interesting because that lady, Ann Maybrook, said that. Who was talking to the bartender? That Dorothy was talking to the bartender. So we know that one of them already is lying
Sure.
because it's putting 3 people at the bar.
Or the timing's off. I don't know.
Sure.
Okay, so did you pull out card
Or
D,
time.
Mandy? Do you want to toss that up?
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, there's a schedule.
So there's a schedule, and I'll let everyone take a look
And Matt
first. then we
Kinsley
can
has
edit.
the circle, right? Our last character has the circle down
Yes.
there.
Yes, exactly. So now we've got an idea of what's going on with the turning the bottom upside down and many rivers and.
Okay, so I think everyone's had a chance to see that.
Oh.
Okay.
I think okay. Hold on. Do you think that the bottom the turn. Sorry, I'm getting ahead of myself. I get very excited in a
That's
escaping
okay.
game.
I was just going to read the card, but go ahead. Do the
No,
thing.
you read the card. I will continue.
Collect the thoughts. Okay. So schedule red queen from, and then I guess, is that a letter? Is that I to I? And then it says white queen from W to I, and then black queen from N to E. And then there's a 1 kind of scratch, 2 scratch, and 3 scratch at the bottom, or 3 lines.
So what I was going to say with my excitement is, do you think when they say turn the bottom upside down, they mean the bottom of the escape room box? Because I noticed, again, when I was doing my
the bottom of the box.
Look at the bottom of the box, and there are words written on there that have like River Queen, Mississippi.
Look at that.
So I to I would maybe be St. Louis to River Queen, like the I in St. Louis to the I in River Queen.
But then what does that tell us?
Well, don't we have little boats?
Okay.
No, I's like those.
No, that little boat doesn't do anything helpful.
No. It has water on it, so that's why it looked like it's useful.
I might move the little boat. No, so far I've done nothing helpful. Let's read the thing again. Turn the bottom upside down and many rivers come around. So we think we've gotten that part. Place a fold along the ship's... Oh!
Because you have to fold something.
Yes.
We have to fold these.
Okay.
Yeah, they look like they need to be folded.
Place a fold along the ships with matching colors. Do not slip.
See? Yeah, they flip.
Oh, they're like literally designed to fold.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. They have a crease in them.
Yeah. Okay, sorry. Do not slip onto their rivers. They are set and follow the schedule step by step.
Oh, wait, do they go onto the river map? Like, do those river lines match the river lines on the booklet?
So can I get rid of the music?
Yes, we're all done with the music.
Yep.
They do match that, yes.
Okay, let me pull that out.
So where is this hole leading is the question.
Is it going to reveal, like, if you put it on there, is it going to reveal those shovelly spots?
As in, like, where
because it says, don't forget the coal on shore, and soon you'll master 1 code more.
What happens when you fold it, Mandy?
Like this?
Yeah, like, you know, like, if you line the river up, does the hole, like, flip the boat the other way?
Like, as in...
Nope, keep it folded. No. Keep it folded. Now just turn the whole thing clockwise 180 degrees. Yeah, like that. Now put it down.
Upside down?
Now put it down on the board. Does like that whole reveal?
Yeah, like it allows you to see these things.
I know. I figured it out.
Okay.
Oh.
Sorry. What's happening is I'm messing with my box. Mandy, turn your box upside down so that this part is facing, like, so the grooved part is upside down. So the words are upside down.
Yeah.
Then you put the river on top of the box. So it looks like this.
Oh, say what? Oh my gosh, that's amazing.
Put the little boat
I get it.
on top of the river, and then the hole will give us the letters.
Okay, so you know what? Maybe show it from your angle. It's harder to do from up here.
Okay. Oh, okay.
Okay. All right.
Yeah,
okay.
it's easier.
So it's basically like, so this is the box, and then we've got the bottom of the box. Then we're gonna take this map and put it on top of the bottom of the box. Then we're gonna take our folded boat, boop boop boop, and we're gonna put the boat so it's on the water on the top of the box like this. And then on the side, we've got a little hole. So when we go from I to I think we're probably counting the number of coal that we cross, right? The number of coal that the arrow touches, like it would give us, if we got 3, that would be like our red code. Mm-hmm. I feel confident in this.
I
may not be articulating it well, but I feel confident. Okay, so who would like to do the schedule? Red Queen from...
Yeah, Mandy, you do the schedule card, Mandy. You want to put that on the screen? At least, and then we can...
I just have to make sure my rivers are aligned.
Okay.
Because that'll be...
So this is what I need to know. How does it need to be on top?
So
if I have Steamboat in Mississippi, what river's on that side?
That one is Mississippi. Hold on. I just need to look at the schedule.
Sure.
N to E. This is a Black Queen. The Black River?
Okay, that's what I have now, so that's what I'm asking. And then when it says you're going from eye to eye, because I'm doing the red, right? Or am I doing the
Well,
black?
hold on. The one that isn't one is there. White River should be on New Orleans River Queen.
Yep.
And then everything else should line up.
Correct. So what boat am I doing?
So we're going to take the red queen, so the red one, and you're going to put it on the St. Louis side.
Yep.
And you're going to start at the one of the eyes.
Oh my gosh.
If you want to,
I almost screamed out loud because something caught my eye and my dog just snuck in and scared the bejeebers. I'm so glad I didn't scream into my microphone on a stream. Oh, but I'm like all like jittery now.
So I started like, what's going on?
So, Mandi, are you able to show that on camera?
Yeah, so it's kind of awkward.
No, the other way. Flip the boat the other way. Put the boat on the water.
There we go.
If you want, I can show it, if that's easier.
Okay, so it's kind of awkward because you can see the boat here, and then I can
that's
kind of
exactly
do...
right. Yeah. If you lay the box flat in the center of the table, we can just move the boat along. Like, you don't have to show the eye to eye. You know what I mean? Okay. We just need to count. Yeah, like that. And so we can count the number of coal that the boat crosses.
Okay, so it's starting at the eye here. Yeah.
And then just move it to the other eye in St. Louis, and we can count.
Wait, I can't see. MISS. No, that's St. Louis. Okay, there.
I got 7. What did you get, Suzanne?
Oh, I'm not doing it.
Oh, okay.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, I got 7 as well.
I'm running the tech. That's what I got you for.
Yeah, I got 7.
As soon as I have to start tearing stuff up, forget about it.
That's red queen, eye to eye.
Yeah.
And then if we do white queen, which is White River, right?
Yeah.
White. So red is in like the river matching the queen on the side. Okay. So same thing. But for this one, Mandi, you're going from W in New Orleans, which looks like an M, I know, to the I in River Queen. And I think you'll get 3.
It will be 3.
Okay. I'm writing these down. It's just in case.
Yeah, and then it goes.
And then we're doing the black one.
Although the arrow's pointing. Okay, never mind.
The arrow's not quite aligned, but don't forget the coal on the shore, and soon you'll master 1 code more.
Because the arrow kind of points at this one over here. That's why.
I see. We can put 3/4. In case.
Depending on what we end up with.
Nice.
Okay, cool. And next one is black.
Black. And black queen starts on the M in steamboat and goes to E. Oh, the black queen the arrow points differently.
That's what I'm saying. They point weird. Yeah, okay. So M to
maybe
where?
It's the other M.
Oh,
no,
like
2, 4. No.
Like starting going this way, you mean?
Like maybe the arrow, maybe it goes the opposite way.
Yeah, it goes this way.
I wouldn't put it past the brands to do something like that.
Seriously?
Yeah, because this is
those
M.
people.
Yeah, because the arrow's pointing in the opposite direction of where we're going.
M to E. So that's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
6, but it's in between, right?
7. Well, yeah, because it's pointing at that last one.
Okay. So we'll say 7 and maybe 6, if not.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
That's so cool. I love that's
fun.
one of the things. So a lot of people who are really into these kinds of games, right? There's Unlock, there's Deckscape, there's Exit are kind of the 3, and then there's Escape the Room. Those are kind of like the big chains. Oh, there's the one that uses that widget.
Escape Room the game.
There's Escape Room the game, Escape the Room series, Exit, Unlock, and Deckscape. But like for just the card-based ones, it's Exit, Deckscape, and Unlock are like the big chains. There's other little ones. And this is what Exit just does differently.
I know,
is the destruction. So I know it makes it one-time use, but you get to do puzzles like this that you don't otherwise get to do, like in an Unlock, and I think it's so compelling. I love it.
I agree. This is my, I think, 12th or 13th. I've done all of them up to this point. And every time I play an exit, there's a moment where I go, whoa, that is so cool.
Yeah.
Like, you are still surprising me. That's amazing.
Right.
Yeah. Like the one with the wood ball in it?
Yeah, so neat.
Yeah. Frustrating,
And then
but
the
neat.
little treats that come out after,
Yep.
like at the end, you know, you have the little surprises. Those ones, I really like that.
Yeah.
So what numbers do we
Okay.
have for the circle puzzle?
So we
All right.
have 737, but it might be 736 or it might be 747. So we're not
Yeah.
certain if we've got the
Depending
arrows.
Okay,
on-
wait, so
like
red-
the arrows, does it tell us, do we have to pass?
Wait, but,
Red,
but wait, don't forget the bottom of the card has those symbols on it. So
That's true.
that's probably like I'm wondering if there's some kind of order
For sure there is. Of course there is.
because it's the brands.
Yeah, there's everything means something.
2, 3. What were the
Oh,
numbers?
Nick
the marks on the
Nyambari
boat.
is saying the marks are on the boats.
100%. Thank you, Yabari. So white is first. White has a 1. I can show everybody, actually. Suze, do you want to pull me in?
We can see it. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah.
And then you've got black. And then
And you just gotta.
so it goes. Oops, sorry, that was too fast.
Sorry, yeah, you gotta leave them for a minute. There you go. Now focus.
So we've got
And that's the
white,
order
black.
on the bottom
Good
of the
call.
card.
Always something. So white, it was the 3/4.
Mhm.
And then black was the 7/6, but we think it's the 7. And then the red was definitively 7.
Yeah, that one
So,
was clear.
Do you want? We should do maybe 377. Start with that.
And that's under the circle. Start with.
So Nick is
3.
saying that their group hasn't done any of the exits. Well, now
Okay.
you've done one with us, so yay! It's not quite the
It
same.
takes time. You know, and I'm not a solo player, so that's why I struggle to get through them. So a lot of my friends play them solo. So I have quite the collection.
It,
be
but
honest.
and I've done some exit and some unlock solo, but I will say I really enjoy doing them with my group because different people think differently, and I think every gaming session we've had around an escape room game, every individual has clicked with a puzzle in a different way, and it's got such great energy around it.
Okay, so I have the circle.
Yep.
3, 7,
Okay,
7.
card 23.
So 23.
It's a big fat X.
No,
I can show everybody. What an X
Yeah,
looks like.
show what the X looks
Here we go.
Wah, 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 wah.
The thing
Maybe-
is, you even need to read all of the X cards because those brands are very tricky.
So,
But maybe
3,
we
6,
had
7.
the boat going wrong on
Let's
one.
try 3, 6, 7
Okay.
because the last one was a little bit
Murky.
uncertain. Yeah.
All right.
murky.
So that leads us to 3, 6, 7, just to show everybody.
Okay, and number 12.
Just to card 12.
All right, it's a possibly correct one.
Okay.
There
This, if somebody would like to read me Matt, Matt has
Yep.
the top hat and the
Yep.
fancy mustache. 4. Ooh,
Yes.
we good. We're so
All right.
good. Mandy, you can show it if you'd like.
Yeah.
And then
Mr. Kinsley is very grateful to you. So let me just show that.
Oh, there's a lot going on. Hold that one up
Yeah,
for a
there's a-
second.
Yep.
I can read it while you hold it, Mandy, if you'd like. Turn the Matt Kinsley suspect card to its yellow side. Read what's written there. And there, finally, come the other 4 passengers to submit themselves to your interrogation. Take the other 4 suspect cards from the box and display them gray side up. Also take the 4 matching suspect tokens from the box. Take riddle cards B as in beta, F like Frank, and P like Peter.
Pie.
Ah.
He like pie.
P like
Okay,
pie.
that works
Okay.
too.
I had like a name thing, and I was like,
Got it.
yes. And then we get to do
And
all
now
that.
we
So
have 4
B,
new suspects.
and we have maybe one of them is Dorothy.
Well, wait a minute. And does one of them have? Is one of them not wearing? Right, because in this era it's going to be a guy. So is one of them not
I'm
wearing a
pulling
bow
these out.
tie?
Everyone's looking.
There is, yes. So I'll, Mandy, while you get it set up on your end, I can show it on the camera.
Sure.
If you'd like, and then we can read. Why don't I first just read Matt's yellow card? Does that sound good? Before we get ahead of ourselves?
Yes, please do.
Excited.
You want to hold it up real quick, Ashley?
Yeah.
So I'll move this just temporarily.
Thank you, Sclips. Dorothy equals bar. I appreciate that you keep reminding us that. The bar.
Go ahead and read it.
Okay. So, if you're not sure what to do with your time, you're welcome to start with me. You have talent. At the time of the crime, I was having a lively conversation in the lounge, and I saw that Mrs. Cello never left the green armchair next to the piano for the entire evening. So this is interesting because Matt says that they were basically talking to Ann Maybrook, right? Lively conversation in the lounge.
Okay, so we put Matt into the lounge with Maybrook,
Okay.
and then.
But what does Maybrook say she was doing? Was she talking to somebody? Let me look.
So is Matt going in the lounge?
Conversation with an extremely charming gentleman,
Which could be-
which so far makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay. And then Matt is saying Mrs. Cello was in the green armchair next to the piano. And Mrs. Cello, I'll just tell him, is Rita Cello. She has the fancy hat.
So, Mandy, you can put those cards maybe up by the first clue card because we're kind of done with them for now. Or, yeah, that's fine, yeah. But we definitely want the new character cards out. Excellent.
Yeah.
And I'll show everybody those.
So, Rita is the new one with the schmancy hat.
Yes. And interestingly, there is no Dorothy on any of these cards. So while Mandy puts Rita in the green armchair, I'll show everybody the new cards.
Oh, gosh.
And Roy doesn't have a bow tie, right?
No bow tie, no ascots, nothing. And we got some new cards out as well, so. And these are the riddle cards, but I'll just toss them out here.
Sounds good, Mandy. I can hold them up to this.
Limoncello. Why does that sound like? Oh, I'm thinking of Limoncello.
And then I can show you the new riddle cards that we have. So we have this portrait of this person with a fancy hat and black and white with a plus symbol. And it has a plus symbol, so that might help us with a different something because no one has a plus symbol right now.
Right.
We have the bar. Is that the bartender? I think that's the bartender.
It looks like the bartender, yes.
So that's interesting because we have 3 people at the bar, right? Yeah.
Yes, I saw that.
And then we have this card P, which has birds and lines and perspectives. And note that this is the same as this riddle card background, which often means we have to do something with the riddle cards. And Mindy makes a good point. They say, does anything give Dr. No's first name? And no, not right. As far as we know right now. No. Dr. No. So maybe Dr. No is Dorothy.
Ah.
Of course. Yeah. We're not even gonna box this up.
That you pointed out that the P card had the P card indicated on it.
Yes. Yep.
Because the back of the P card has a notch in the border that doesn't exist on other card backs.
Right. And I have these over to the side if we need them.
Interesting.
So something to keep in mind.
I see that notch. Okay.
Yeah.
So we might have to lay something there or love it. Good. Is that love it?
That was
The
somebody
power of
trying
observation.
Yes. Okay. I'm going to read the bartender's card.
Okay.
Signorina Cello. I know I said I wasn't doing names, but he says voices. Signorina Cello prefers to drink Chardonnay. However, I do not have a bottle of it at the bar just now. Maybe you should look for one in the wine cellar. No, stop. It won't be there. You will have to find it someplace. And keep in mind, a good wine needs to breathe. I know where this is, everyone. Do you want me to show you?
Sure. Why are you so smarty pants?
Because I always inspect things, Suzanne. Every single component I inspect. And when we were going through, the exit cards always come with a stop for the bottom.
Oh, that's right.
And a stop for the
Yes,
top
that's true.
of the deck, so you don't accidentally cheat. So I was looking through them because you're allowed to look through those, and I found this.
Ah.
Bum, bum, bum. Hold on.
Crafty.
It says
I don't know where mine is. Jeez, where did I put it?
It says from bottle to bottle.
Oh, here it is. There we go. So it's here. I'll throw it over there.
And just when you think the brands can't use any more components,
They use
never
their own
use. They
stop
find a
cards.
way. They
Don't
find
waste
a way.
anything.
Okay. Okay, well now we have 5 new puzzles in front of us. So where do we want to start? Well, the wine one seems like a good one, right? Because you know how to solve it, apparently, Ashley.
Oh no, I don't know how to solve it. I just know.
She's just like, I just know where it is.
I just know some of the information.
Right, because on the
and it has
bar
an arrow on
image,
it.
right, we have wine bottles all over.
Oh yeah, from bottle to bottle.
Right. I do not have a bottle. Maybe you should look for one. No, stop it one there. You will have to find it someplace, and keep in mind a good wine needs to breathe. And then what does the stop card say again?
It says from bottle to bottle, and there's a green bottle with an arrow pointing out of the opening.
Right.
Yeah, exactly. As Mandy is showing.
Yeah, just people can get a look.
And so all of the bottles match a liqueur or a drink that is color coordinated.
Okay, so
right?
wait a minute. So that drink holder, ice bucket, matches what's next to the sofa. So imagine that green bottle was in that bucket, and then where is that bottle pointing? Right. So imagine.
So it's here.
Right. It's there. Exactly. So
pointing to
kind of
Dorothy or the bar. It's pointing to the bar.
Here, let me see. I usually have sewing rulers around, but yeah, it's kind of doing this, pointing that direction.
So it's pointing to that orange bottle? Is it pointing to that orange bottle that's pointing down to the...
It could be. I mean, just depending where it's sitting. It's kind of going in this direction.
Right?
This direction.
It could be like a laser almost.
Right? Yeah,
like
that's what I'm
thinking.
thinking.
A laser in that
wine
bottle.
laser.
To pop up, to pop
right?
up. Yeah, a wine laser. I like that idea. If we
there's like random bottles laying around, like the yellow,
right? But let's follow
the orange,
follow the wine laser.
Let's follow the wine laser. Love it.
Yeah.
So okay, let's.
Mandy, if you wanna.
There's a white one up in the chandelier lights or something up there.
So if
let's start with the green one.
Yep, start with the green one, and if that points up at the bar to the orange one.
Okay, let's just say.
The purple one is. It would point to the purple, which would point to the orange, right? Because the purple.
Because they're in the same line.
Sure.
And then the orange kind of points to the one there. Right behind the white-haired dude. Keep going, right there, right?
But that one's pointing this way.
And then the white one would point to something on the board.
Oh, interesting. Okay. My wine laser idea didn't work. I'm so sad.
But it could work. Hold on.
Yeah, I don't think it's wrong.
It could work because if we go to the other bottles, the brown points to the yellow, points to the white, and the white goes to the pink, which goes up. Never mind. We might not have all the information yet.
Sure.
But we might get more cards that add new bottles.
Oh,
so good
the
whole
point.
Bottle to bottle. Yeah, exactly.
Because we don't have a blue bottle. We don't have a red bottle yet.
Tony's in the chat. You know what I'm talking about, Tony. Wine laser. We got to make it happen. Feel like at a convention in the after times, right?
Oh my goodness.
We're going to have some wine bottle shenanigans. Okay, so if that's not solvable right now, should we look at Rita? Since
do you want me to, I can take this off if it's distracting. So
would you like me to read the people's cards so we can have an idea of what we're looking for?
Why don't we do that? And then Mandy, why don't you hold it up to, why don't we start with Rita and hold her up to the camera, Mandy, while Ashley reads.
Sure.
Sounds good. Rita, I was sitting in the green armchair next to the piano the whole evening, soaking up the magical sounds. Music is my life. What could be nicer than enjoying a few melodies along with a glass of fine wine? By the way, it would be nice if you could refill my wine cooler. So she's for sure the wine laser lady. I think that's...
Not just wine, though. Wine cooler.
Rita loves The wine laser.
The wine laser.
Okay, and then I'll look at Tamara Andrews,
Okay.
the innocent engineer.
Could be Tamra.
It's not Tamara because there's an A.
I know, but I have a friend who says Tamra, and that's her name is spelled.
All right, maybe it's Tamara too. We'll call them Andrews, the engineer.
Okay.
I was sitting in the lounge meeting Mr. Tigers. No, actually, read it properly. I was sitting in the lounge letting Mr. Tigers enchant me. No, at the time of the crime, I was no longer sitting there, but that's another story. Maybe I will tell you once the boat has been whipped back into shape. That's a weird way to say that.
That is a weird way to say it.
Yeah.
That is. Interesting. I just don't get how the cabin boy is supposed to do all that, do that all by himself. At least I can give him the benefit of my knowledge. And if you pitch in two, it may go a little faster. So Tamra may have to do with the River Queen floor plan, maybe? Because there's like luggage in there.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Let's look at Tom Wise, Senator.
Okay.
Ooh. Sorry, I got ahead of myself. I got excited and everybody. I'll tell you why after. My evening started with a Cuban cigar in the smoking salon. I wanted to work on a speech that I will be presenting to my New Orleans constituents, but it didn't work out. What was I doing at the time of the crime? Is this an official interrogation? Then I would like to be appropriately addressed. First, fetch me my accessory, please. I have 3 different ones, and all are tip-top and on point. They are on my bedside table. I believe I placed them on the newspaper there. So, can I tell you why I was excited? Can everybody, I'll show my card for a second. If you look at his card, the ORY is in red.
You might have to pull it back a little bit. Okay, there, yeah, right there. Yeah, accessory. So ORY and accessory is in like an orangey color.
And then they say the newspaper, which we got a Daily Telegraph.
Yeah, we can pull that up.
So, but I don't think we have the things we need yet.
I don't think we're quite there yet, but it's good to start mentally linking pieces, right?
And then we have somebody points out that the senator does not have a bow tie either, which is interesting.
Just in case people didn't see
And then Roy Tigers, the illusionist, who looks a little bit like Lin-Manuel Miranda.
He does.
Does anybody else do that?
A little bit.
Maybe everyone.
Hamilton.
Right after dinner, I went into the lounge. That's where I showed the engineer my new trick. She was absolutely delighted by it. Now I have to practice my card tricks, though. I'm giving a show in New Orleans. I would appreciate it if you could bring me the cards. Okay, I don't think we're ready for that yet, are we?
No, somebody has a question in the chat, though. Oh, yeah, the accessory, it is blue.
Oh. Yes.
It is blue. I just didn't see it on camera, but I did see it now. The ACC is...
Oh, and then the other one is black, which matches on the Daily Telegraph. It's red, black, and blue.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, I don't feel any more confident that we know,
I know.
what to do next.
Tip is underlined. Okay. What's going on there?
Okay.
Oops. There we go.
Okay. I'm going to read the bartender again. The Signorina Cella prefers to drink Chardonnay. However, I do not have a bottle of it at the bar just now. Maybe you should look for one in the wine cellar. No, stop. It won't be there. You will have to find it someplace else. And keep in mind, a good wine needs to breathe. That is interesting because that's all in bold, which feels like a hint. So are we looking for an uncorked bottle? Maybe.
Possibly. Oh, and these are uncorked here. The pink and the purple are both uncorked. Is the white one? And the white one looks uncorked too.
And the white one is too.
Yeah, but the orange, the kind of bluey purple at the back, the yellow, they're all corked.
So maybe the corked ones are leading us to another one, leading us to an uncorked one?
Mm-hmm. And Mindy's saying they think we need to do wine bottles.
Yeah, I think that's the one that we have the most information for.
Okay, so is orange is corked, though, but the white one is not corked that the orange bottle is pointing to.
Right.
The yellow bottle's corked, but it's pointing to a white
White.
one that is not corked. But then pink and purple are both uncorked.
And the green one too is uncorked. The one with the little arrow.
There's too many open breathing bottles of wine. All the wine is breathing.
I prefer to drink of it.
It might be interesting to note that the pink and the purple have the corks beside them, but the white ones don't. I don't know what that means, but other than that, I'm saying it. I'm just making observations.
It's the brands. You can never, take anything for granted with them.
Also, who is this person that's like in the smoking area with such a stern face?
He can't breathe. That's why. He's like.
And we haven't gotten to the books yet either.
No, I know, with all the letters and stuff.
Yeah.
Hi, Shasha. This is a tricky one. And then someone had mentioned something about looking at this black and white one.
Ooh, this shows us like a before. Atlas is holding something. So Atlas is blocking out letters.
Right. There's
on
a globe.
The shelf with a globe. Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, that may not have anything to do with it now, but just someone said to keep
No,
it.
yeah, for sure.
This is a tricky one.
There's also a shadow of the wine bottle.
I saw that, yeah, and I was wondering about that as well. Like, was that something there before, or is that lighting? No, it looks like lighting.
It looks like a shadow to me because the bartender.
That's what I mean. Yeah, like it's the light. The way the light is hitting.
I will point out, for what it's worth, there is white and there is gray. So on the wheel, there's white and gray. And so I think the bottle under the purple lamp is gray, not white.
The bottle under the... Oh, I see what you're saying.
The one in like the hanging wine rack is white.
Yeah.
But I just realized that like there's actually, it's gray, not white. I don't know what that means, but...
Oh, sorry. Yeah, we were pointing. I meant the white one at the top. Sorry. Yeah.
Okay, let's... a good needs to breathe. Do you think it has anything to do with the glasses?
Well, I was looking at that too, and I wasn't
sure. So,
like,
pink has 2 glasses, purple has 1. Is there a wine bottle with 3 glasses next to it? Or 3 something?
Blue has 2.
Because I feel like that might be in order, if it's anything.
I don't see any. Tricky. By the way, there is another bottle here as well. It was just covered.
With, by Mr. Ray.
Well,
all right.
I mean, they're different types of glass. So that's
I'm sorry. I think my wine laser is correct. I think that
your wine laser
I think we're doing
correct.
it wrong.
What if the colors correspond to the chalkboard?
Yeah, so purple
which
means
is what we were saying.
Yeah.
That sounds like that's a good...
That feels, honestly, that chalkboard feels like a different puzzle.
Okay, it could be.
It could be.
But the glasses do match up with the chalkboard, right? Like we have whiskey glasses, we've got Blue Lagoon glasses, like highballs, and then we have a wine glass. Well...
No, it doesn't, because the pink one, is that supposed to be a cosmopolitan? And the glasses that are with it are not that.
Oh, that's not the kind of glass that I see. But perhaps it is different puzzles, and that's why.
Okay.
Do colors match logbook cabins? They do, but yeah, because they're...
Yeah, they do.
What are you getting at, Chicago Twilight? Help us out. help us understand what you're thinking.
Yeah, do colors match law?
Because they do, yeah.
Okay.
Because we're working with this base of the same colors.
Right, so just if people want to see her. I know Suzanne's holding it up there.
But I think that's, keep in mind, there's going to be, I don't want to like knock down your idea, but keep in mind the colors, like this is one of the puzzles, like it's just colors are probably going to be throughout the game, whether they're linked or not, because that's how they chose to do. Oh, you know what? While I'm here, just because I've played a lot of exit games, I'm going to peek at this.
Are you checking underneath?
I'm going to peek at this dial a little bit more here.
Yeah, I know some of them have done stuff.
I peeked at the dial too, but
there's nothing.
Go for that.
Oh, you did it already?
I know, but please check my work. That is what's it.
Yeah, I forget which one that was. Those cabins have numbers as well.
2 of them did it.
2, yeah, I was going to say more than one did.
Twilight mentioned the numbers. The cabins have numbers as well. And then do any pages have her symbol? That's a good one. Check
I don't think so. But we can look.
Go through it here. I don't think so. Here, I'll let you all see it. I'll put it up. Hold up for a minute. That's the first 2 pages. Time to study it. And then the next one. Keep in mind you can take screenshots too if I'm going too fast.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's this back page here. Okay. So
no, you guys, if you look, it's the wine laser. If you look at this card, there's an arrow coming out of the wine bottle.
Yeah,
it's 100% the wine laser. So we're just. I think we're just doing it wrong. And I've had an exit game like this before where it really mattered. So if you take like where the wine bottle would go.
What about this card? It has lasers on it.
I just think that...
Oh! Each open wine bottle points to a different thing.
Okay.
So we were only using the green. Green points to one. Purple will point to another.
I see.
And pink will point to another. Maybe. Do you know what I mean? Because there are 3 open ones.
Like this to this?
Maybe not.
And like...
Like purple, green goes to purple, which goes to orange, which goes to the gray.
So
purple goes to brown, which goes to yellow, which goes to white, and pink goes to orange, which goes to gray.
So I didn't get scissors because I thought, I wasn't going to be doing this, but...
Yeah. Do you want me to cut it?
I think, well, you could, but I think...
Here, I'll cut it out.
I think we had a basic misalignment. I think the green bottle doesn't point. We were saying the green bottle that's on the stock card points to the orange or the purple bottle. I don't. I think it points to the wine bottle behind.
Okay. Well, I cut it out.
Dr. No.
Here you go.
Thank you.
The purple one?
Look where, where that bottle points. It doesn't point to the orange. It points to the brown one, which then points to the yellow, which points to the white, which points to the...
Oh, yeah, it does point to the brown one.
Orange, which points to the gray.
Okay.
Which bottles are open?
Okay.
The green bottle's
so
open.
White is open. So that's open.
Green, pink, purple, gray, white.
So green to brown. Is brown open?
Uh-huh. Brown is not open.
Brown to yellow. Is yellow open?
It's corked.
Yellow is
okay,
not, so
white's open.
White.
What does white point to?
So then you said it pointed to...
Either the purple or the orange. I can't draw the line in my vision there.
I don't think it points... Well, it kind of hits
It doesn't matter,
purple.
though, because even if it hits purple, it's going to hit orange.
Yeah, it kind of does this, which is not really in line. It actually goes closer to the pink than the purple, but in the line of sight. Or possibly...
Well, you hold that way.
Do you think that the open bottle needs to stop? Like, so green goes to brown, goes to yellow, goes to white. Stop. There's your color. And then we do it again?
Green goes to brown,
so
to
yeah,
yellow,
so
to white.
I know.
Oh, so it'd be
so
like green and then white?
Suzanne, that's the trajectory.
Oh, I see what you're saying, Suzanne. You're saying that green is the first color of our decoder.
I feel like you're
Is that right?
angling it wrong. I feel like your clip is angled not with the line of the bottle.
Okay, so then there's the bottle. I put it in the hole.
So it
And
goes
then
to
maybe
the
that
purple.
might look
I
a
think
bit
it
better.
goes to the purple.
Okay, well, check it out. See.
And then if it goes to the purple, which is corked, it goes to the orange, which is also corked. See, that's
Yes.
like a hard detail, I think, for people to see on the
The
camera.
orange is corked. So this is corked.
Okay. Which then points to a white or a gray bottle, which is uncorked. Which then points to a white-haired guy.
So
Yes.
someone recommended tracing the path.
So what I'm going to do, Suzanne, is what I think I'm hearing you say is green is the first color, follow the wine laser, white is the second color, follow the wine laser, gray is the third color. Am I understanding that right?
Yeah, but you're
Because
right. The pink and purple are both
I'll
open.
pull it in. Well, we can just try the green, white, gray and see what happens on the decoder disc, right?
Yes, yeah, we could. Yep.
Okay.
But I don't want to get another X. We already got one X.
They're not real X's. They don't matter.
Real in my heart. It's like it's been emblazoned like a brand on my heart of failure.
Like a brand on your heart. Mandy, did you pull it up, or would you like me to?
No, I have the wheel here. I just didn't know what you were.
So I had said, well, based on what I think Suzanne was trying to say, is green, white, and gray.
Under what
So
symbol?
green under the diamond or the rhombus.
Oh, Neobari made a pun earlier in the chat.
I know, I saw that. I left that one slide for you.
Let's just make sure
musical pun.
That's what we're talking about.
Yeah, that's what. Yeah, I mean,
Okay.
we'll try it and see what happens.
So it's 16. So that's 192. So 16.
16 is a possibly correct.
Yeah.
Doesn't mean anything. It could still go wrong.
And then what number?
The diamond, I unfortunately can't see it. I'm holding it up.
Here, let me hold it up. Yeah, hold on. 16. And who are we looking at?
Rita Cello with the fancy red hat.
Yep, so 27.
Has that?
Yes! Winners! Well, not actually. Yeah.
Wine laser for the win!
On a good trajectory.
Wine laser for the win.
Do you want me to read it, or would you like
The
to?
lesson here is when your heart says wine laser, trust your heart.
Trust the wine laser.
You found Signorina Cello's favorite wine. She is highly pleased. Turn the Rita Cello suspect card to its yellow side and read what's written there. Take riddle cards E and N from the stack and look at them. So I will read Rita Cello while Mandy does that. I can show everybody if you want to read along first. I think it's in focus. Good. Dearest, thank you so much for the wine. Would you like to have a glass with me? Ah, of course you were on the job. You would like to know what I observed at the time of the crime. Not a lot, really. But to the best of my recollection, it was the senator who was having a conversation with a lady in the lounge at that time. So that's interesting, because then that means that Matt is lying if the senator was there. So we should put the senator in the lounge, even though we know somebody is lying.
Somebody's lying. So where in the lounge exactly?
Just floating.
He's floating. Okay, he's going to be a floating head somewhere.
Oh no,
there.
sorry, in the lounge, maybe. The lounge is on the blue chairs.
By the blue vase. Now,
the vase.
Who was having a nice discussion with like a pleasant gentleman?
That was Ann Maybrook, I believe. I can reread. She said that she was having a conversation in the lounge, having a conversation with an extremely charming gentleman.
So it could be either of them.
Yes. And so far we found that Matt is charming, right? They were talking about, we have talent and we should go work for them and all that stuff. Like they were buttering us up a little bit.
Yeah, and the senator was just kind of like, I won't talk to you until I have my trinkets because I'm a baby.
Right.
Right.
So the senator could be rude and grumpy, which means that Rita is lying.
Oh dear.
Dun, dun, dun. Okay. We had got E and N, right, Mandy?
Yeah.
Throw those. Oh, hello. Okay.
Trinkets.
So the plus goes with the card we have of the bar picture. And then clearly the thumbprints and lines go together. Okay, cool. And we can get rid of the bartender. Yep, we're done with him.
And I don't think we're ready for the riddle card notched puzzle yet, because the senator wants 3 things and we have 2.
Yeah, so just leave that.
Oh, that's right. The shapes are like creating lines like we saw in the printed page.
This is
okay.
Yeah.
Like this. So
we're not ready, and it's telling us which is which in the order of them, like the blue and the black. So we're not ready for that yet.
Okay, so let's hit.
But I can read the paddle, like the plus.
Yep.
For everybody. I just hold it up. I can't tell if that's in focus, but let me know.
It is. Yeah. Yeah.
Honored guests, I am your captain. Due to a technical malfunction, we are currently unable to continue our voyage.
Dun, dun, dun.
Please now submit investigations to resolve the problem. Our paddle wheel unexpectedly went out of service. We suspect that some kind of bulky object can become. So let me rephrase. We suspect that some kind of bulky object became wedged in the wheel. As soon as the cause is addressed, we will continue our trip. So note that paddle wheel is in bold, as is bulky object became wedged in the wheel. And I will note that the decoder disc is a wheel.
Ah, that is also true. Yeah.
Oh, it's the time! It's the time!
Have we have the time?
You can't cut to me. Or I guess cut to you.
Like, cut to me. That's a random thing.
But we can. Do you think we have to cut the box?
Maybe. I'm just joking. Let's see.
Because it looks like if we cut on this, don't do it yet, Mandy. Okay. But it looks like if we cut on this yellow line and shoved the wheel in it,
like put the wheel like in here.
Yeah. Or it
would be like. No, it would be.
It would go
a
in
little bit. I mean, I could make a slash in it if you want.
Or do you think it's the time that they're referring to?
Let me see if I have an X-Acto knife somewhere. I can make a slash if you want to see.
Bulky object became wedged in the wheel.
Which sounds like that.
Oh, good call. Somebody said the Atlas stone is missing. It could become wedged.
Yes, we forgot all about that, actually.
The Atlas stone?
Yeah, remember the
this card?
This thingy holding the shelf.
Yeah, the Atlas holding the world up.
They're right.
Yeah. I don't think you should cut the box. So Fernanda says don't cut the box. Was it cipher disc is the wheel. Okay, which is what we think here. Yeah. Can we rip it apart? We could. We looked at it. It didn't really have anything.
There usually is some, when you need to cut something, there usually is some indication that it needs to be cut.
Right.
But it's definitely good to point out for sure.
Right.
Do you think that if I took this and then shoved it in here in some way?
Maybe.
And did something with it, it would give me something?
Paddle wheel expectantly went out of service.
Right? Like bulky object became wedged. So we have to wedge Atlas into the wheel.
Mm-hmm. But then what does that tell us?
They want us to disassemble this decoder disc, and I'm an expert at this because I have done it more than once. Not because I've been asked to, but just because.
Okay, so not cut. Just take
there's something extra.
Is there an extra layer in the disc?
Yeah, I'll take the disc apart.
Okay, so we're gonna. Ashley can do that. I'll keep it together just in case.
Yeah, you've primarily been using the decoder disc for solving. So. Haha! Oh, look how tricky that is.
What?
Oh, Fernanda, and somebody else said that too.
It is the tiniest little thing that was wedged into the decoder disc.
What? Where did you find that?
I took the decoder disc apart. And it was...
take it apart to get it. Oh, I see it. It's wedged in, so for you want to see. It's like wedged
and it has Atlas on the other side.
Yeah, it's wedged in there.
It has like the globe on the other side.
Are you cajoking me? Oh my stars.
It gets better. It gets better, everybody, because it's the globe on one side. I don't know if anyone can see that. The globe on one side, and on the other side, it's the riddle card. So if we put that against the bookshelf, it'll tell us what riddle cards take. That is crazy cool.
So do I need to take it apart, or do you want to do that?
I'll do it for you, Mandy.
Okay.
You don't
So the chat must be on top of the world right now.
Mandy.
Good fun, Mandy.
Mandy.
I had to do it.
Mandy.
I'm sorry.
Be better than that joke, Mandy.
It looks to me like they're saying riddle card C.
See?
Can you hold
Okay.
it up,
Like-
Ashley, so people can see it? People
What I'm
being
doing?
me.
Yes, although I have to just hold on. I have to take all the suspects off because I've been keeping track of them.
Oh, because it's on the shelf. Never mind.
I'll gladly do it.
Hold on, your camera's a little blurry. Oh, okay, there we go.
Okay, hold on. So let's try to do this. There's Atlas. So what I did was basically like put Atlas in there. I can't make it super nice because if I do, then it's going to fall. But
Yeah.
that's what I did, and it's this one to take.
Do you want riddle card C?
Yes, please. Whoa! Wow, that was cool.
C.
That
Another
was super sneaky.
Tricky Wiki. There we
one.
go.
Okay. I can read that for people. Sir, I would like to report that the team of investigators has removed the object from the paddle wheel. Now all they have to do is enter the code for the trip to continue. May I also pour you a cup of tea? Ah, this is the glasses thing.
Right? Totally, totally.
Throw
As
that
she's
there.
pulled, there's a lamp. And the vase and the teapot.
Vase. Sorry,
Okay, so
vase.
the teapot's green.
Teapot. Lamp. Yes, for those potentially who cannot see that. The lamp is purple, teapot is green, and the vase is blue.
For the plus, right?
But what order do we put them
What do
in?
you think our order is?
Oh,
Yes,
maybe
that
it's
is
just
close.
left to right as shown in the picture. Like if you look at the
Okay.
picture, if you
Yeah.
read in English left to right, it's the lamp, the vase, the teapot.
It's funny because all of these pictures have something we've had to touch on. Yeah, okay, that's right, yeah. So you think it's purple, green. No, sorry,
Yeah.
purple, blue, green?
Green.
Yeah.
I assume we're not counting the spout as a like the placeholder.
I don't know.
But yeah, exactly. Who the heck knows, right?
Okay, so do you want me to put that into the wheel?
Yeah.
Yes, please.
Okay, so that's
Under
what
the
we have.
Sweet.
30.
Purple,
Okay.
blue, green,
Boy,
and that gives
that
us...
hidden piece was a
Okay.
piece
Please
of
paddle
work.
back and try again. So that didn't work.
30 was wrong?
Oh,
Ash-
but do you? 30 was wrong. Yes.
Okay.
Do you? No. It doesn't have to do with the glasses.
What did you put in?
It
You
could
put
have
in
to
purple,
do.
blue, green
Yeah,
under the plus?
yes.
Huh, okay. So then is there anything else that would indicate order?
Well,
I'm looking
there's
at-
glasses. There's plates near the teapot. The legs of the chair at the table, maybe? No, there's 4 there. There's 4 there. That's just kidding. That's not a thing.
That's there.
The teapot.
Mandy?
The wine glasses.
What color is purple and what color is pink?
Oh, you know what? You're right. And that's why I hold it up to the camera. You are correct. So it is wrong. It's this.
So I think it's 8.
Thank you.
We put pink instead of purple, but I think that's
Yeah, that was
really...
me.
I'll be honest, I think that's can be confusing.
But this is why I hold it up to the camera, so thank you, chat, for catching that.
And like the bottles too, right? Like chat can't see this, but in the picture, the white and the gray in
It's
the actual
close.
Very
wine bottle
close,
is
yeah.
very close. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so that is a possibly correct one.
Yeah, that's...
And we
Yeah.
have, I forget who we were trying to solve. Oh, we're solving the plus. Which is what? Okay, I can't see the number.
So 6?
Yep.
All right. The captain is extremely pleased.
You can keep reading, Mandy, if you like, or do you want
I'm
me
just
to?
showing everybody.
Okay, so GIQ.
Yep, so there we go. That's thanks to your help. The trip can finally be resumed. He shakes your hand appreciatively and hands you several things. Take riddle cards G, I, and Q from the stack and look at them. So G, I, and Q.
So what's really interesting is that I'll let Mandy show it, but I is this, and it has a rabbit on it, which makes me think that these cards are related to the magician, because there's also a bird.
Right.
And there's also a hat.
This is G.
And we also have a new thing that shows that too.
Okay,
I'm not just super crazy.
Okay, so you don't think it's related to
the senator? No, I think it's related to the magician, and I will show you. Mandy will show a card that also will, I think, confirm that.
Yeah.
And this is Q.
And this is the one.
Oh,
I can read that
okay,
one.
yeah.
Magic tricks of the illusionist. The magical 3. The hat. Exert pressure on thumb and forefinger until the object is folded in half. Erect triangles at 90-degree angles. Ta-da! Fold the small triangle back. Fold the large triangle forward. Look at the side with the large upside-down R. Ta-da! Oh, it's one of these ones. So fold the small triangle in the rect. Yeah, so we need to do some. This trick will bring your audience to the edge of despair. Okay. And edge is underlined.
So, Mandy, you better start planning on folding some stuff.
Yeah, I think that's what's going to happen. So, here we go. Here, let me just move some stuff. So, what do we want these here? Do you want me to remove these?
Well, you can remove anything with a plus.
Wait a minute. Okay. Exert thumb until the object. Okay, so here's...
Do you see the fingerprints?
Right.
Yeah. The thumb looks like the bigger one.
Right, so you're going to fold that in half.
Okay, so this one here. How do you want to fold it like this?
Yeah, exactly, because imagine your thumbs are on those thumbprints, right?
Right.
Yep.
Okay.
Erect.
Go ahead, Suzanne.
No, you go. Erect triangles at 90 degrees. Ta-da. Which I think are the corner folds, right?
The corners, fold them in.
So, all of them?
Yeah, other way.
I think. No, other way?
Yeah, in towards you.
Oh, yes, erect. Yeah.
Like that, yeah.
And you want this like this?
Nope, just like that. Like, other way.
This way?
Still pinch it.
Yeah, like
still
that.
pinch it.
Yep, just like that.
Yeah.
And then put it down. Like, then you're done with that one for now.
Oh, okay.
Right? Because then the next set of instructions is for the bird card.
Okay.
Right? Because we're associating the instructions with the relative symbol on it, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so the bird card instruction says, fold the small triangle back.
This one?
Yeah, on the top corner, yep.
Okay.
Fold the large triangle forward.
Yeah.
Look at the side with the large upside down R. Okay. Ta-da.
Do you have to make an R with the riddle cards?
No, look. It's there. It's R. It's on the back. See?
Is that an R?
Yeah.
That's a P.
No, it's riddle card. It says riddle card. R.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Okay, well...
But the R has to be upside down, right?
And maybe, I don't know, goes into the other thing. Okay, let's fold the rabbit card.
I'll just drop it for now. Yeah.
It also says edge, so we're probably going to be looking at it like this, and it's going to give us a number or something.
Okay.
Okay.
And
this one is fold the small triangle and the rectangle back.
Okay, so...
Yep.
This is back, and...
The one on the edge. I think the small... I think
This one?
I think it's the other... Yeah.
This one.
Fold the small rectangle back.
Small, okay, I didn't hear that part, sorry.
Fold the large rectangle upward. Turn object.
I hate these ones. But it might be like a 2 or a 5.
Oh, ta-da!
If we look at it sideways.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, if you look at no, Mandy, hold it the way you had it. Hold it, nope, like that. If you look at the white border, it makes a 2.
Oh, I see, it makes a 2.
Oh my good gravy.
Smart.
You're right.
I didn't even see see that. So yeah.
If we look at the other.
Okay, so let me do that. So that's a 2. Okay. I don't know what this gives us.
It's
but...
a 3.
Pinch it.
Pinch it with your fingers.
Yep, like that. And then erect the triangles. Yep. Yeah, like that. Now twist it around.
Which way?
Just twist it until we see something.
Okay.
Pinch it all the way closed. Pinch it all the way closed. Yeah. Okay. Keep on turning.
But no, Mandy, lay it so it's flat so you can see the red. Yeah, and then does that make anything? A 3? A 0? That not a very good 3, but it could be a 3 if you turn it the other way.
What the?
Oh, what if you hold it so it's standing up and you see the triangles? Will it make an 8?
Like that?
Yeah. I mean, it's not very good. It's still an 8.
Kinda.
Oh, chat seems to think it's an 8 too.
Okay. Could be. Let's hold that thought.
Okay, what's the other one?
What was the other one I didn't do?
Okay,
I think
so
it was this one,
the 2 was brilliant. Like, the 2 was obvious.
Yeah, the chat was very clear.
Okay, so that one says show the R. So wherever the R is. Nope.
That?
Yep.
But turn it. The R has to be upside down, so you have to rotate it. Yeah, so it's a 7.
Oh yeah, right there.
It's a 7. It's a 7. You're right. It's a 7.
Unless it's a 1, a European 1. Yeah, 7.
They usually don't put the little thing on the 1, I find, with the brands, but it could be a 1. Sure. So we had 2, 8 maybe, and 7 / maybe 1. But what is our order?
Okay. So what does this card say?
Do you
think
it has
the hat, the bird, and then the rabbit.
Yeah, I would think it's hat. Yeah, hat, so, bird, rabbit.
Hat was 8, right?
Yeah.
Let's see. Hold on.
Hat, first one.
Sure.
Yep, so 8, and bird was 7, and rabbit was 2.
Correct.
Okay, let's try that. And while you 8, 7, 2.
And what?
Like the little Y looking one.
Thank you.
8, while 7. You do that, Mandy, I'll read. We never read Roy's card, or we did, but we'll read it again. Right after dinner, I went into the lounge. That's where I showed the engineer my new trick. She was absolutely delighted by it. Interesting that he also says he's in the lounge. Now I have to practice my card tricks, though. I'm giving a show in New Orleans. I would appreciate if you could bring me the cards. Okay.
And wait. I'm going to show the chat. Oh. Do you want me to show it or not yet?
What's up, Susan?
Yeah, wait, if we're headed to are we headed to St. Louis or are we headed to New Orleans?
We're headed to New Orleans.
Okay, never mind then. Okay.
So that's what I have on the wheel. Just everybody just double check to make sure that's right.
Looks good to me.
Okay, so that's 25.
Okay. And it's a possibly correct.
Okay.
So I'll show everybody.
Let me pull it up.
Mr. Miranda.
Okay.
And let's see.
And
who are we looking at, Roy?
Yeah.
Okay, 18.
Woohoo! That means we got it right, everybody.
All right. So fantastic. Now the illusionist can finally practice his trick. Turn the Roy Rogers suspect card to its yellow side and read what's written there. Take riddle card K from the stack and look at it. So I will show you what that looks like, and then I will pull that. And then Ashley can go ahead.
What, my card?
Yeah, it depends where it's sitting, right?
I need to be able to see when it's in focus, so I can do it better. I'll read Roy's card while Mandy pulls out K. Perfect, thank you. While we are here, something else just occurred to me. At the time of the crime, I was having a conversation in the smoking salon with Mr. Nagelmakers, and I can assure you that I didn't even realize that he was robbed. I, of all people, should have noticed something like that, don't you think? But I do recall that the pianist was sitting at the bar at the time. So we have somebody who has corroborated that Ray was at the bar.
Right. We
have somebody who corroborated that we think Dorothy was at the bar because we don't know Dr. No's first number.
So Roy can go into the smoking salon because that's what Roy was saying. He was in the smoking salon.
Okay.
Talking to Mr. Nagelmakers. Right. Yeah.
Okay.
So I left the perpetrator spot open.
Right.
Yes, that's exactly right.
Perfect. All right. And then I have riddle card K whenever you're ready.
Okay.
So I'll just let everyone take a quick look at it.
And I can read it while you hold
it.
Like
yep.
Oh, Mrs. Andrews, I was so happy. I was finally supposed to get a little free time this evening, but no. The captain wants to get the ship whipped into shape. I don't know why they keep using that
I
weird
know,
Upsetting,
it's
yeah.
strange.
whipped into shape. The old River Queen has her best days behind her. The steel is corroding in the corners. Captain Branding thinks the paint has to come off. The old girl has to have her rust removed.
Okay.
What do you think, friends? I know what I think. I think we're going back to the box.
That's what I was going to. I grabbed the box. Isn't that hilarious?
Because of the inside corners. What else has corners other than the box?
I'm trying to think. There's corners in the picture, but that's not really the ship. So. Is it this?
The paint.
I think you have to peel back the part. I'm
The
gonna do
box?
it. I'm gonna do it on mine. I'm gonna destroy my copy. It's fine.
I mean,
No, because
matter.
look. I mean, the blue stripe goes into every corner.
that is true. That is true.
I'm doing some peeling, everybody.
I could peel it. The noise of peeling this is like hurting my ears though. Ooh.
Sorry, do you want me to mute my mic?
No, you're fine. It's me. I tried it and I was like, oh.
Okay, so far I have nothing.
No, we're
This is
destroying our box for nothing.
Well,
It's fine. There will be something. You know there will be.
Unless we're misinterpreting the card.
well, let me read it. That's why I thought paint of this, like a painting, but that makes sense what you did. Let's see.
Okay, and Tamara
Seen as corroding in the corner.
Tamara Andrews, I was sitting in the lounge. So Tamara says she's in the lounge, letting Mr. Tigers entertain me. So she corroborated. So Roy said that he was doing magic tricks for her. No. At the time of the crime, I was no longer sitting there, but that's another story.
But it's true, the rust. Like, what's that? Sorry, that.
Yeah. There is rust. But that's on the box bottom, not the box top.
Doesn't say anything about the box
Okay,
top.
yeah.
I'm currently messing with the box bottom because the box bottom looks like the ship.
Yeah.
That's what I thought it was. Yeah. And that corner, there was nothing when you ripped that off? That's
Yeah, but I'm
corner.
doing everything.
Okay.
Just
Cool.
let me do everything
The
first.
rust
and then
has
we
to
can
come
go.
off. And there is only one piece of rust.
Yeah.
You're right.
Exactly.
You're right, Mandy. There's only one piece of rust.
I'm like,
These brands.
just make sure.
These brands.
I know, tricky. Just making sure I didn't miss anything. I love this chat. Our chat is so intuitive and smart. I love it.
Okay. Captain Branding.
Ah!
Yes.
So I unnecessarily peeled off all the edges. People at home, if you do this, you don't have to. All you have to do is peel down the rust, and you get
Sweet.
3 colors. So Mandy, I can read them to you.
Yeah.
Just trying to get them in focus. We've got pink, yellow, and orange.
Okay. And that's under
That is under Tamara, who is the square.
thing. So sorry, repeat it again.
Pink,
Yes, I'll make sure to pick pink this time. Yep.
yellow,
Yellow with the real.
orange.
Okay.
So if Neo Bari's still in the chat, the brand's called the engineer, the square, huh?
Okay, so
20.
that's that.
So 20.
So 20. Yeah.
I got distracted by Amanda Panda being like, oh my God, such distraction. Yes, there is a lot of destruction in this. One of my boxes is just filled with like cut up pieces of paper.
Right.
So it's possibly correct.
Yep. And 26 for Tamara. Okay.
Yeah. We'll call them Engineer Andrews because we don't know.
We are not sure.
What's
we
the
are not sure.
verdict?
It's awesome that you helped the cabin boy. So there's more, but I'll just show you the card.
Yay!
Okay, so that's a good thing. Everyone can take a little peek at that.
So oh yeah, you go ahead, Randy. You read yours. Then I'll read hers.
Mrs. Andrews is elated about your intervention. Turn the Tamara Andrews suspect card to its yellow side and read what's written there. Take riddle cards A and H from the stack and look at them.
So I've got her yellow side up, and then I'll read it. Thanks a lot for your help. It eases the mind to no longer have the feeling of traveling in an old box of rust, you know? At the time of the crime, the pianist was taking a break, and since I had itchy fingers the whole evening, I just went over to the piano and played a few songs. It brought up memories from my childhood. You want to know who was sitting in the lounge? I don't recall exactly, but I do remember that the gentleman was wearing a bow tie.
Which
Interesting.
makes it the polite, friendly top hat. What's his name?
But it makes somebody lying because somebody said that. Sorry, my camera's out of focus. There we go. The polite, friendly gentleman is Matt.
Right. He's got a bow tie.
So Engineer Andrews said they were at the piano. So you can put them there if you'd like, Mandy.
And Engineer Andrews is supposed to be who now?
That's the blonde.
Okay.
Yep. Tamara. There you go.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm trying to find. So it's Charlie Ray who said that they were at the bar. Says that the person that was having a conversation with Mr. Nagelmakers was not wearing a bow tie, which is Roy, which does also work.
Okay. And I have the cards when you're ready.
And we found that Charlie has been telling the truth so far, which makes me think that Roy is telling the truth.
Okay.
Interesting. Interesting. Okay.
You want to see the riddle cards? No, you're good.
Yeah.
So we have the perpetrator in the smoking part of the salon.
Okay.
New symbol there.
Everyone can see that.
Yep.
And then we have this one. It says number of letters in last name, and then the favorite drink might have significance.
Okay, so that probably has to do with the crescent moon for finding the perpetrator, right? Like we'll have a code and it'll say like you solved it.
And the favorite drink being that drink chart on the wall.
Exactly.
Right. Okay, so remove this
card.
We're
done with that one. And that's another consistent thing I find in the exit games. Once you've used a card, it's done.
Right.
Like, you're just done with it.
You might have to reuse pages or like the map and stuff, but usually the cards themselves there.
Yeah. I feel like there's a page we still haven't used in this.
Yes. Can you actually show the Daily Telegraph? Yep. Because I have an idea. If we cut out this thing.
Yep.
And we position the pieces that we cut out around those markings, we should get stuff, I think.
Okay.
Yep, because there's dotted lines on the card, and the dotted lines usually mean cut.
Like this piece would go on that.
Yep. Good call.
All right, so I'm cutting basically the middle part is going to be a small part on its own.
Yes.
In fact, all the shapes are going to be.
Okay,
there's going to be a red, two independent reds.
2 reds, 2 blues, and a black.
And the daily, and you know which one it is because the marks on the newsletter have colors that match.
Right,
exactly. And we know the order that they're going to go into because on his talking card, they're written in an order of blue, black, and red. Okay. Do you want me to read his card again while we wait for
while I cut, yeah.
Okay.
The senator.
My evening started with Senator Tom Wise, who apparently is in the lounge according to Rita, I think. My evening started with a Cuban cigar in the smoking salon. I wanted to work on a speech that I will be presenting to my New Orleans constituents, but it didn't work out. What I was doing at the time of the crime, is this an official interrogation? Then I would like to be appropriately dressed. First, fetch me my accessory, please. I have 3 different ones, and all are tip-top and on point. They are on my bedside table. I believe I placed them on the newspaper there.
Okay. So, here we go. Let me just put these up here.
And we still haven't used the River Queen floor plan, which we'll probably end up using in the end.
Right.
Like with the luggage.
Right. Okay, so I have the shapes.
Okay. So the black, you can start with the blue one if you want, Mandy.
Okay.
Try to wedge it into that space. Yeah. And it makes a bow tie.
Mm-hmm.
I can't quite see what it's supposed to do, but we can just put all the shapes there.
I can pull it up. Let's see if I can get it to a line here.
Born on starting pounding the dance ensemble. I'm going to say that's not it.
I mean, I can tape it down if you want, if that makes it easier.
No, it have to do with everything.
Wait. Do the points?
Oh, sorry.
It's on point and tip top. So do the triangles, like, do the tips of the bow tie point to specific letters?
Yeah, so it points.
I think it's 4 because there was an F and an R.
Oh, and the letters spell a number. Brilliant.
Yeah, like that one pointed to an F. This one pointed to an I or an E. Not sure.
Oh, then maybe it's 5. I couldn't quite tell.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Fin. And what's under your thumb? V. Okay, so it's 5 and it's just mispositioned.
Okay.
Okay,
Yeah.
so blue is 5.
Cool.
Okay.
This is
All right,
cool.
do
I
the
like
next
this one.
Yep.
Okay. I'll do the hard ones first because these are harder to hold. Now there are 2 edges for this, so because it's well, actually this one also has 2 edges.
We're looking for the points, not the edges.
No,
Oh,
I
I
was
see.
looking at something. Yeah, you'll see what I mean.
You want to fit them so they look
Nope.
like an accessory.
Yep. It's just the sides. Oh, they talk about Tchaikovsky. Interesting. Might be slightly off, but I'll try my best.
S. Oh, no, that can't be right. Literati. IN. 9. No, there's an A there.
Okay, hold on. I should have taped
I
these down.
thought it
Makes it
was
easier.
2 N's and an I. Do you have tape?
No. Here, let me try this.
Okay, well, that points to a 0.
Yeah. And then an N, an A, and an R,
Okay.
which doesn't make.
Is
we
it
can
a
just
color?
maybe
Wait. An N,
Okay.
an A, and an R. Ran, nar, arn. No. The color arn. Oh,
So A,
I hear
Yeah,
the
that one
color
looks like a
arn
point.
is in this season.
0. Yeah, that one points to an N. That points
Let's see.
to...
Let's see if the black one is a little more clear, and then
Okay.
Yeah.
Go back to that one.
go back to that one because the blue one was quite clear.
Mm-hmm. Oh, how does this one go? Oh, like... Okay.
Does the Mandy, do the triangles go the other way? I know you had them.
No, that's what I was telling you. They
Go-
don't. Because it's too wide. Unless
see.
you... Yeah, it doesn't work. No. Okay,
And
this
it
one's
is
a
some of these
doozy.
precision puzzles, like even with the wine bottle laser, it's one of those things that if you're not spot on, it can really confuse you.
So I have tape. This makes my life easier.
So rumor
Okay.
was Tom, this wasn't one of his favorite ones, but I mean, I'm enjoying it so far.
Me too.
Wonder what he didn't like about it.
Yeah, I am too. But he also didn't like Dead Men on the Orient Express, so perhaps he doesn't like the added like detective element to
Right.
the puzzle
Good
solving.
point. Or maybe he just doesn't like fun.
That's true too.
Furo 4.
That's 4.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
So-
So that one is very clear.
Because
So-
I taped it down. It makes it easier
Yeah.
if I tape
Okay.
it. So let me tape it.
let's go back to red again.
Yeah, I'm going to tape it.
Because blue was 5.
Okay, let's do this. It
Because
just
there
makes
was
it
a
easier.
B in there, and there's no other single-digit number with a B.
Okay, let's do that.
So we've got blue is first, black is next, and then unknown red.
Yeah, I'm almost done. So tape this last one down here.
Okay.
Sorry, I'll get
Tricky.
teeth.
I don't know who did it. Do you, Suzanne?
I mean, it's pointing to the senator right now, right?
Yeah, it really is. I was just thinking the senator too. Okay.
Okay, N-I-N-E.
So-
It is.
so-
So it's
so not-
it's what it's
it's
pointing
fine?
to. It's pointing to the E in ensemble, the N in on, the E in
The E in
change,
change.
and the N in in.
Yeah, the
Or
tape.
the I in
As
in.
we
The
said,
I in in.
it's a little bit. You have to kind of brute force these ones sometimes because you
Yeah.
know they're not always as exact as you would want
Right.
them. So,
Exactly.
Mandy, I have the code for you when you're ready
Yes,
for the
please.
hexagon.
Mhm.
5,
Yeah.
4.
Yep.
And 9. And that's going based on how the senator was talking. The order of
Charge of the right thing. Okay, so the hexagon, right?
Yeah.
So is that right?
5, 4, 9. Looks good to me.
24.
Yep. So that's 24.
Let us see.
It's good. Oh, that's nice and clear. So number 9. Number 9.
Are you reading the card? Is that what the card says? Or are you're just making, that's what you're saying?
Oh, it is number 9, right?
It is number 9, yes.
Okay, so the bow tie fits him perfectly. All right, and I'll read that. Everyone get a look at it first.
So he does technically have a bow tie. He just wasn't wearing it when we came to interrogate him, but he could have been wearing it at the time of the crime.
True. Maybe he got blood or something on it. Okay.
Yeah.
The senator is happy to be complying with the dress code again. Turn the Tom Wise suspect card to its yellow side and read what's written there. To remind yourself that he was also wearing a bow tie at the time of the crime, draw a bow tie on Tom Wise's suspect token. Take
I love
L from the stack and look at it. So L is the last riddle card, just FYI.
Okay. And I'll read Tom's card. So they explicitly tell us he was wearing a bow tie. So the only one who wasn't was Roy. Well, the gentleman who wasn't. Okay. Tom Wise. I'll hold it up and then I will read it. Come on. There you go. Perfect. Okay. Thanks a lot. I'll take the black bow tie. That's better. Pardon? Of course I was wearing the bow tie the entire evening. I didn't get rid of it until the detective work started. You're asking what I observed at the time of the crime? Well, there was a change in pianists at the time. A somewhat under-talented lady decided to hit the keys for a few songs. I myself left the salon for the lounge. Instead of working on my speech, I had a lively discussion there with a nice lady. Oh, now I think it's Matt.
So you missed that, Ashley. I gave...
That's right, because he has a bow tie now.
Bow tie. Okay. So, do we want to go back through everybody's stories? Just to get an idea of who's lying and who's telling the truth?
We can, but we should also show the new cards, right?
Oh, yeah.
Let me one sec. Yeah, sorry.
I can show it, Mandy, for you. I got it here.
Okay. Sure. She does better.
Okay. You do it, because then Suzanne doesn't have to change the scene.
I'll stop you.
Okay. There we go. Everyone get
as soon as you've questioned all suspects, you can take the perpetrator into custody. To convict him or her, you just have to know 3 things from him or her. 1, a picture of a suitcase. Mm-hmm. Oh, and then the other card.
Which is the number.
2, the name of the letter. Yeah, number of letters in the last name and their favorite drink might be significant.
There's number 3, which will give us a color. So we're going to get number, color, number, color. Okay. Yeah, do you want me to read through everybody?
Sure.
I won't show them because that's too much work. So let's start at the beginning. So we've got Dr. No, whose first name we think is Dorothy. That much time left? That's excellent. I'll be able to take care of everything and even have time for a drink. And interesting. Everyone is holding a drink on these cards. I'll show them more closely. Actually,
yes, I see that.
Every person is holding a drink glass. Mm-hmm. So that'll help us for the last number 3. Sorry, let's start. That much time.
Right?
Well, to be fair, it's not on the front, so we wouldn't have noticed that otherwise, right?
That's a big deal.
That much time left. That's excellent. I'll be able to take care of everything and even have time for a drink. You're asking whether I can tell you anything more about how the evening went? Not much. But it may interest you to know that at the time of the crime, there were 3 people in the smoking lounge. Mr. Nagelmakers was one of the 3, and he was holding a very lively conversation with one of the other 2. Which, as far as we know right now, is with Roy.
Right. That's what we have in there.
So that's Dr. No. Do we have any reason to believe that she's
wait a minute.
lying?
It could be the perpetrator.
Well, no, Nagelmaker, it could. But Nagelmaker said that he didn't see the perpetrator, that they did it behind his back.
Okay.
That's right. But it could be, yeah. Okay. Charlie Ray. Thank you very much for helping me. The physician was excited. This is what occurred to me. At the time of the crime, I had taken a break from the piano. I went to the bar for a drink. From my seat at the bar, I was able to see Mr. Nagelmakers holding a conversation with a gentleman. No, the gentleman was not wearing a bow tie. Is that important?
Okay, and Roy is not wearing a bow tie.
Correct.
Right. So then 2 people have corroborated that Nagelmakers was talking to a gentleman or having a conversation with one person in the smoking.
And to be clear, now, because the senator is now wearing a bow tie, the only person not wearing a bow tie is Roy. Okay.
Exactly.
Got it. Okay.
Right.
Which likely, given the likelihood of how many people could lie and how many people could tell the truth, it seems like Roy was in fact there. Right. Even the number of people that are saying no bow tie, he was there, kind of thing. Okay, let's look at why is Rita? Okay, Rita Cello. Dearest, thank you so much for the wine. Would you like to have a glass with me? Of course you were on the job. You would like to know what I observed at the time of the crime? Not a lot, really, but to the best of my recollection, it was the senator who was having a conversation with a lady in the lounge at the time.
Okay.
So she's putting the senator in the lounge.
Right. Which, now that he has a bow tie,
makes sense. Because it's then corroborated by something that somebody else said. Roy. Perfect. Thank you. While we are here, something else just occurred to me. At the time of the crime, I was having a conversation in the smoking salon with Mr. Nagelmakers, and I can assure you that I didn't even realize that he was robbed. I, of all people, should have noticed something like that, don't you think? But I do recall that the pianist was sitting at the bar at the time.
Okay, again, all corroborated, so solid story.
Solid story so far. And that also that Charlie was telling the truth.
Yes.
Because Roy corroborated, Now we have Matt Kinsley. If you're not sure what to do with your time, you are welcome to start with me. You have talent. At the time of the crime, I was having a lively conversation in the lounge, and I saw that Mrs. Cello never left the green armchair next to the piano for the entire evening.
Okay, good enough.
Okay.
Good enough, but maybe a liar. Because no one has corroborated Matt yet. Anne. Outstanding that you were able to solve the riddle about the mysterious painting. Now I can finally continue with my writing. Oh, right. I still owe you another answer. At the time of the crime, I was sitting in the lounge having a conversation with an extremely charming gentleman. With whom you'd like to know? If I may point out, that is not the kind of thing to ask a lady. No sooner would I tell you than the tabloids would be spreading it all over the place. No, thank you. I can, however, tell you that Dorothy was deep in conversation with the barkeeper at the time of the crime. So she corroborates Dr. No.
Yep.
Right?
Essentially, yep.
Okay. All right. Sorry, I was taking a second to look for lipstick on the glass, because remember that was one in the Dead Man of the Orient Express.
Yes.
Okay, now we have Engineer Andrews, Tamara, we don't know. Thanks a lot for your help. It eases the mind to no longer have the feeling of traveling in an old box of rust, you know? At the time of the crime, the pianist was taking a break, and since I had had itchy fingers the whole evening, I just went over to the piano and played a few songs. It brought up memories from my childhood. You want to know who was sitting in the lounge? I don't recall exactly, but I do remember that the gentleman was wearing a bow tie.
Okay.
Well, that's very helpful. But yes, then somebody does corroborate that she is at the piano. It's the senator, which I'll get to. Senator, thanks a lot. I'll take the black bow tie. That's better. Pardon? Of course I was wearing the bow tie the entire evening. I didn't get rid of it until the detective work started. You're asking what I observed at the time of the crime? Well, there was a change in pianists at the time. A somewhat under-talented lady decided to hit the keys for a few songs. I myself left the salon for the lounge instead of working on my speech. I had a lively discussion there with a nice lady.
Okay.
Oh. So what do we think? Also, Rita, I'm just going to look at the front of the cards and see if there's any key information. Right. Rita does also say that she was sitting in the green armchair, and Matt confirms that she was there.
Although he could be a dirty liar.
True.
But there can't be two of them, right?
Okay. So the moon puzzle says we need to know the suitcase. The favorite drink. So we need to know the favorite drink. So if we...
So Roy looks like Blue Lagoon. Is that
right.
Blue Lagoon? Yeah. Tom looks It's a really small glass. Oh, that one. Aquavit?
Yeah, Aquavit.
Aquavit? Yeah, oui. En français. Tamara. Is that whiskey? Tamara looks like whiskey drinker. Rita looks like wine. Dr. No looks like cosmopolitan. Charlie Ray. That could be a beer. Looks like a beer glass. Ann Maybrook is the martini. And then Matt Kinsley is the pina colada.
Okay, and the pina colada is gray.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Okay, so do we think it's Kinsley?
Yes, and can I add something to why I think that it might be him? I was just trying to read some stuff. So Kinsley ordered a bunch of steel, like they're a business person, an industrialist. Right. They ordered a bunch of steel, 3 shiploads worth of steel, and then the person who died, George Knacklemack, or not died. I don't know why I keep saying that, Jed. The person who was robbed from was Belgian, and they're businessmen, and the papers that they had were of importance for the future development of their business. So I wonder if, who would have motive to steal that other than the industrialist?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And the chat seems to be agreeing with you, by the way.
Okay. And then this is so if we think it's Matt, what is the order? What are the names in first name? This says cabin is assigned by first name in alphabetical order. So what are their... What are their names in alphabetical order, and then whichever order Matt is in, that's the color. So right now, if we assume it's Matt and we're trying to prove it, then on the wheel for the moon puzzle, gray is his drink, 9 is the number of letters in his last name, and so now we're trying to solve which suitcase is his. So to solve which suitcase is his, we have to go through their first names, and then wherever Matt falls, that's the color of the first wheel.
Okay, so I think I have just put them in alphabetical order, but Mandy, do you and everybody make sure I didn't make a mistake with this. So we have Anne, A.
Okay, here, I'll show this so people know what you're talking
is 1.
about.
Yep.
Okay, so Anne is 1.
Yep.
Charlie is C.
Okay, 2.
2. Dr. No, who we say is Dorothy, is D. So they're 3. Matt is 4. Rita is 5. Roy is 6. Tamra is 7. And Tom is 8.
Okay, but Matt is 4, essentially.
But yeah, as long as I just wanted to make sure I was doing alphabetical order correctly.
So there you go.
Okay, so here's interesting. Is it... Oh, it's what suitcase. It's not what number. So 4 is what color? Is blue. Okay.
It's blue. Yeah.
So in that
first name.
In that case,
so we have blue. We just need to know that it's blue.
Right. In that case,
which ends up being
it's the blue, white, gray is the order under the moon.
So when you say blue, white, gray, from the inside?
From the outside in.
Okay. Sorry.
Nice.
So the outside is blue.
Yep, blue.
The middle is white and
gray because pina colada is gray.
It does look like a pina colada.
Yep. Is that correct?
Yep.
Oh, but are we sure? Because we don't have another choice. This is it.
This is it.
Are we ready? You think it's Matt? We're doing it.
It's Matt. Well, the chat seems to think it's Matt. So
I just saw that. I've been focused on.
Okay, so you want to go with that?
Let's do it.
So that's 14.
Okay. And then I'm gonna hold it up, but it's gonna show the.
Okay. And that is 23. Is
that okay? Not 23, it's 22.
No.
It's 22. It's 22.
22, sorry.
Oh, thank goodness. Oh my gosh.
Done. Stop the timer.
Woo! Yeah, well, we don't count virtual play time.
Yeah, sure. But here we go. You have nabbed Matt Kinsley as the thief of Nagelmacher's secret documents. None of the other 7 passengers were able to identify or confirm Kinsley's whereabouts at the time of the crime, which means he had no alibi. He's the only one who could have stolen the papers without being discovered. The case may be solved, but the documents are still missing. Unfortunately, Kinsley is not revealing where they are hidden. you hand him over to the New Orleans police. So there you go.
Dun dun dun!
Good
Woo!
job.
We did it.
All right. Not too shabby.
Well, that was great.
That was awesome. Well done. Well done.
Oh, very well. Yeah, and then we had a really helpful chat. Chat was on the money there. That was fantastic.
We are awesome puzzle solvers and crime solvers.
I like this one.
Ashley, Tom is wrong.
Yes, right that.
Yeah, I really enjoyed it.
I'm a guest, right? But
Yeah.
I've played escape room games where sometimes the puzzles felt like a little bit of a cheat. Not too often, but where you kind of rolled your eyes.
Card. Bring the card closer. This one?
oh, there's an
done.
answer card. There's a 17 in his pocket.
Yeah, because they were saying, because that's what it said. They're looking, the papers have not been retrieved.
But do you see the 17 in his pocket?
I did not see that.
Oh, yes.
Whoa. Pull it out.
There you go. There's the last card. Thank you, Fernanda. So,
Okay. Congratulations. Thanks to your watchful eye, you were able to discover Kinsley's hiding place for the documents and get your hands on them before he could dispose of them. He was carrying them right on his body, inside his vest. You are astonished as you look over the papers. They are plans for the construction of a train by the name of Orient Express.
what?
The Easter egg. Nagelmakers is founder of a luxury train company. The maiden voyage of this king of all trains from Paris to Constantinople is supposed to take place in the year 1883. And if you could look into the future, you would know that your investigative abilities would be urgently needed 22.5 years from now, when a murderer will be about to escape. That, however, is something for the future. Now it's time to celebrate your success. For discovering the plans, you get 2 extra stars for your assessment.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
Woo, good, nice done. Chat. See, I told you, chat's on the money.
This is why we wanted to do this, because we had this supportive chat. Thank you.
Yes, so thank you for everybody in the chat. That was fantastic.
Sorry, Mandy, you were in the middle of saying something about liking it.
I have no idea. I was just saying I like it. So I usually stick to the 2-point ones that are relatively easy, and this was a 3-point. It was still pretty good, because I think the first time I played this, I had played one that was really hard, and I was like, oh my goodness, these are intense. So I had to start, down to the bottom, work my way up, and I like this. This is kind of like right in the middle, so I like that.
I had a great time. Now, obviously, when you play this in real life, it's a little slower on the stream, a lot slower. I know that this has been a longer stream, but thank you so much for, joining us and sticking with and helping us solve puzzles. I think in real life, this would have played much faster, but I think we did a great job. And I feel like, once again, working as a team, everybody, different people saw different things. And that's one of the things I really love about these games. So good job, everyone. Thank you out there. Definitely, again, this was an experiment. We wanted to test it out, and we wanted to have some fun while we're all, trying to hunker down and stay socially distant, but still have these kinds of gaming experiences. So thank you for being part of it. Thank you, Ashley. Thank you, Mandy.
Yes,
thank you.
And yeah, tell us what you think of this, and if you want to do one again in the future, an unlock or an exit or a deckscape or something like that. Sure. And if this was a fun experiment and we're done with it, that's okay too, because I had a good time and we caught a murderer. So, there you go. Or a thief.
I'm thinking we should do an undo last time.
Ooh, yes.
Yes.
Oh wait, I'm inviting myself to it.
Honestly. But no, there's some new undo ones coming out, so just throwing it out there.
And for those who don't know, undo isn't quite an escape room game. It's more of a solve the crime kind of game, which is it's cool.
It's fun.
Yeah.
So we hope everybody has a wonderful weekend coming up. Stay safe and stay healthy and enjoy the summer or winter if you're in the southern hemisphere. Seasons, time, planets, globes. It's all hard. But have a great weekend, and thank you so much for being part of our Exit the Theft on the Mississippi game with us, and we will see you on our next stream. Thanks, everybody.
Yeah. Everybody.
Bye.
Thanks. Bye.